What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to A Little Dicey D&D. My name is Salvatore. I am your Dungeon Master here now and forever until the day that eventually I am blamed for something that I did when I was 12 and someone comes after me and in the night, I don't know, stabs me and then I end up on the news.
Wow.
That was pretty good, right?
It took a surprise turn.
Yeah, but all right.
Yeah.
I like that you were canceled to death.
I was canceled to death, exactly.
That's what the right thing's canceling is.
Yeah, that'll be great.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Someone kills you.
Yeah, it was very good. Anyways, until the day that happens, I'll be here DMing for all of you. So, welcome. So happy to have you. If you are just hopping in now, sorry, for whatever reason, I think our Twitch wasn't sending out notifications or something like that.
I don't think Twitch sent it out. Our bot in the announcements channel on Discord, I don't think sent it out.
Weird. We'll get that checked out. But let us know if you are here, if you got a notification or something like that. That would be awesome. Let us know in chat. Speaking of that, real quick, Michaela, why don't you send us over to the full party so that we can jump into some announcements. Obviously, as you guys can probably still tell, we are still sponsored by HelloFresh. So we'd like to thank HelloFresh. If you were here last Wednesday as well, we announced our first partnership with them and it's still going on, so you can use our link, which you can see in the Discord, in the chat, or you could go to HelloFresh.com and use our code POGSE158 for up to 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts across 6 HelloFresh boxes plus free shipping. Essentially, that works itself out to like half off on your first order and then like about 40% off of your subsequent few orders if you choose to stick with it. I highly recommend it. The meals are absolutely delicious. I know, Jenna, you made one literally earlier today. I also made one earlier today. I got my box in from when I ordered.
I wanted to, but I didn't have the time.
You should have got the quick and easy meals.
The quick and easy meals. The quick and easy meals take about 20 minutes. Well, it's very, very good.
It's because I was making the potions, but good transition, guys.
Such is life.
Fucking shills.
Yeah, that's right. I paid up to Big Daddy HelloFresh.
Gotta get that bread.
Hell yeah, sir. And also just below our little promo box, you can also see our sub goal for the next month and a half or so. Thank you for subscribing if you have. If you haven't, maybe consider subscribing and get some cool emotes. It really helps the channel out. And along with these new subscriptions and these sponsorships and everything like that, it really helps us grow and make our studio a little bit more interesting, come up with a little more fun stuff for you guys to enjoy, as well as just, the game that we produce every week. So the more you guys support us, the better that we can make this show. So we really appreciate that. Don't forget to check out HelloFresh if you are interested in some cool discounted food and stuff. So speaking of that, or speaking of just announcements in general, we're going to kick it over to Garrett. We can talk about some of our socials.
Yeah, we got social medias. We got like Twitter, we got Instagram, we got YouTube, which is all A Little Dicey D&D. We also have TikTok and Tumblr, which are just A Little Dicey. Don't put the D&D on there. If it's there, it's not us. For TikTok and Tumblr exclusively. Everywhere else, it is A Little Dicey D&D.
Correct.
Also, if you've forgotten, we do have a wiki.
We do have a wiki.
If you Google A Little Dicey D&D, it's like the first thing that pops up. Last time I saw
Word.
It is.
I fucking love it. I don't know when the last time it updated was. Last I heard it was up to like episode 6. But I fucking love that shit. And I go on it sometimes myself because I don't keep good notes. Anyway,
boy.
Our YouTube has... Thanks. Our YouTube has like our VODs on it. Instagram has just fun little shit. Twitter is me fucking around for the most part. I just try to interact with people.
I just spit everywhere.
Our TikTok is our TikTok. It's got like clips and shit. And then our Tumblr is a mystery to me because it is exclusively the purview of Jenna here.
I run it. It's fun.
What happens on it, Jenna?
Porn.
Very good.
We say it so much, I'm starting to think it's true.
It's aspirational.
If you would look at the Tumblr, you would know.
I guess
We're manifesting our truth.
It's like a vision board.
Is it a vision board? Oh, sad.
Aspirational.
I think the funniest thing about that to me is the idea that it's not even like fan art of our characters or anything. It's just unrelated porn.
Yeah, correct. That's correct. Very true. Very true.
You trying to see some female presenting nipple? A little
Anybody?
It's the wrong one. It's the D.
Oh my god.
Anyway, Jenny, you have stuff to announce, don't you?
Jenna, talk about it.
Okay, so the thing that makes our D&D game special and interesting is the fact that we are an audience interactive D&D game. So you can get channel points, which we call gold pieces, and exchange them for all kinds of fun stuff that impacts the story, like giving advantages to your favorite players, giving disadvantage to the dungeon master.
Don't do that.
You should do it. You can make any of us drink at any time. You can make our sorcerer wild surge to cause random chaos, and you can create a non-player character of your own design, and we'll drop them into the
Let's go.
world.
Oh,
So
such as an
much.
example.
See, you get it. Thanks, guys. So that's...
I've moved my potion into a larger container. So
It's really good, Michaela.
Oh, it's really good.
Delicious.
Michaela made these. They're awesome.
Yes, they're Kale's Ale.
Kale's Ale.
It's very good.
Very powerful.
This is a Michaela presented potion.
Am I forgetting part of the announcement?
Did you talk about how you can redeem points using Stream Elements commands as well?
Exclamation point redeem.
Yes.
Followed by the thing you want.
No spaces. There are two separate forms of channel points. They're the channel points that Twitch provides, which we call gold coins here, and then Stream Elements has their own channel points that you can accumulate through raffles that our chat moderator Michaela will be doing periodically and whatnot. So it's all the same rewards, same prices and everything like that, just two separate ways to get them.
The other thing I was just gonna say is, go tell your friends that it's Dicey night. Text them and tell them to come hang out and watch the show right now.
Yes,
It'll
please
be
do.
fun. Bring 'em
For
in.
whatever reason today, our notifications are being weird. So.
Yeah, and if everyone does it with 2 friends and then they do it with 2 friends in like
You'll get
8
36
cycles,
books back.
that's the entire universe or entire world.
That's the.
So
Yeah.
true.
Oh, who?
Just got it.
Just everybody in general.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got it from MEE6, both on.
There we go.
Oh, word. It
There's
was
our
just a
shot.
little late. That's fine.
Regardless, tell your friends it's Dicey night and bring them in.
If
It'll be
everyone tells at least one friend and they tell at least one friend, we're bound to get at least one female presenting nipple.
That's so true.
Where?
That's
What?
that's math.
fun. I don't.
On
That's
stream?
I don't know about all that.
Yep.
Makes
Good luck.
sense.
I don't understand where the nipple is supposed to be.
Where does it come
I never
from?
understand that. Anyways, Matt, why don't you tell us about our Discord?
Let me tell you about the Discord. You might find female presenting nipple there. Maybe.
Maybe.
Hard to say.
That's trouble.
That depends on you.
That does depend on
We
you.
hang
I'd
out
like
there.
to see some fucking Rule 34 of our characters
Stop
in our Discord.
I've been
damn it.
saying this for so long.
I know.
Guys,
Party drinks and DM drinks.
Oh, hello.
if you want to make
I'm gonna show off my mystery other drink.
You have a mystery beverage?
Yeah, specifically for DM drink.
Oh my.
we got a channel to post art, fan art. If you want to make our humble dreams come true, post some erotic fan art of us.
I hope we just get
just
some
regular.
stick figures.
Regular
Stick
fun.
figures are great.
What we got last week was pretty awesome.
It was very awesome.
It was pretty great.
Yeah, shout outs to Aaron.
Shout outs to Aaron. Shout
But
outs
yeah,
to Lorelai.
come hang out with us. We
Done
toss
something.
around sort of ideas for homebrew design. We toss around obviously campaign
Oh, yeah.
stuff.
I remember.
We'd love to have you there hanging out, and like we said, if you could invite some friends and we build this this little company we got going on, then it just means we can make more stuff for you guys. We used to do a podcast. We can't do it.
I know.
Because it fucks with our views.
It does fuck with
And
our
we're
views
trying to
right
get
now.
that sweet promotion. So if you bring your friends into the Discord, into the stream, then we can make more shit.
Very true. Very true.
So true.
And someone can pay for my gas to get here.
He lives
We
so
can
far
do
away.
those.
an
as tax
hour
write-offs.
drive.
We'll do tax write-offs. It'll be good.
I need to be an LLC.
Yeah. Well, no, everybody stay tuned. We might be upgrading into something interesting soon. So, yeah. Jamie, why don't you tell us about our friends?
Yes, make sure to check out our friends at Super OK. They're a collection of podcasters and streamers. And also check out our friend of the show, Aaron, at Little Bogwish.
Hell yeah.
If you want to support big video games, support
Big video
Super
game.
OK.
That's right. God damn those sons of bitches.
Ironically,
conglomerate.
a lot of
conglomerate.
Stardew Valley, which is an indie game by like one
I love
person.
Stardew Valley so
Fun times. I want to give a quick shout out to my coworker Miles, if he's here. I don't know if you're here or not, Miles, but well, I don't know what his username is, but
If he's not here, fuck him.
Miles.
if he's not here, I don't give a fuck. No, he discovered that I played D&D and also did a stream like this past weekend. He was like,
nice.
why have we never talked about this? And I was just like, oh, sorry, bro. And whatever. And he was like, oh, I'm 100% gonna like follow and like tune in and whatnot. And I was like, oh, hell yeah, dude. So who knows? Maybe he got the notification because I know he went out of his way to follow us and everything like that. So
Yeah, if you're new, if you're lurking, holler at Michaela and
yeah, please. If you guys
We
are,
can learn
if
your
you're generally just a lurker around watching, that's awesome. We appreciate you watching. Say hi in chat. You know, we always like to have a good time, and I know one of my best buddies. Excuse me. My bestest buddy.
There you go.
Is
There
in
you
chat.
go.
I apologize. He's always a riot down there. He's told me, he literally said, I thought no one knew who I was, and I was just like, Eric,
Oh, no.
Wrong.
what the fucking everyone knows who you are.
Are you
He's
kidding
like, I
me?
like the anonymity, and I was like, I don't give a fuck.
You're not
Tony
anonymous,
Romo's
Eric.
biggest fan.
That's my ghost boyfriend. What are you
I
talking
know,
about?
he
the only
fucking
reason I'm
loves
on the
you.
internet.
It's so awesome. He fucking loves you. It's good times. All right. I think that's enough for the announcements and whatnot. So,
We did it.
you guys ready to play some D&D?
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Let's
All right.
do it.
Michaela? Oh shit, we're already there.
Oh.
Damn, they're on. I love it. All right, here we go. Oh wait, I need some music. I need some
Yeah.
music.
I heard you playing battle music earlier, and I
Battle
got
music?
scared.
No.
I heard it.
No, I had Spotify.
No,
Oh,
we need
Spotify was
Oh.
going crazy.
murder music.
I
No.
heard
We're gonna do.
It was hype music though, for sure.
It was. Yeah, we were going crazy.
We're adventurers.
We are adventurers.
Luigi, if you're out there, welcome.
Hi, Luigi.
Wow.
He's our
Oh, that's
friend.
Waluigi.
That's Waluigi. Piece of shit.
Mario.
I'm sorry, Charlie Day. Jesus Christ. All right. There we go.
We
When
go.
last we met.
I've got an Italian friend.
Stop.
Stop
All right, for real.
Alright, be serious.
When last we met, you all had just finished your excursion on the island of Moor in the little town of Eodra, a recently settled port town just outside the border between the Maritums, a archipelago, a vast land and network of islands, not necessarily a part of the Great Naledian Crown, but a goal of this new established land and monarchy to start to settle as close as they can into the Maritums, and at the very least, create trade ties with them. Settling this small town of Eodra, a few mysterious problems presented themselves, and you four intrepid adventurers arrived, and in the grand scheme of things, solved them. Unleashing a few interesting things along the way, but that's neither here nor there right
That's
now.
fine.
That's okay. From there, a new sponsored ship of the Great Naledian Crown arrived. The Coast Runner, not but a month after your excursion here on this island. During that month, you spent some time with the townsfolk, spent some time foraging, spent some time alone with your own thoughts, growing and learning and becoming more in tune with who you want to be, and trying your best to understand who you are, or at the very least, who you believe you were. Now you finally boarded on the Coast Runner and are setting sail for the province of the Black Weld, a section of the southwest of the the continent of Naledi, which is run and operated by the Great Naledian Crown, the country that sits upon this continent. This voyage will take a 10 days, 1 week in the calendar of the realm of Petrichor. And so far, you've progressed about a day or so through. Your voyage has brought you into the Cerulean Ocean with no sight of the island of Moor behind you. Here you are in the middle of an endless ocean of water, deep, deep blue as far as the eye can see. The sun has finally began to set, and in the middle of this dark night, we've had a few interesting revelations occur. A former, well, I wouldn't say companion, but a former associate of one Sirikaz Thelani, a man by the name of Eric Stant, seems to be a part of possibly the crew of the Coast Runner, Eric being a subjugator of Sirikaz during his youth. Seems to be going by a different name nowadays. Richter is what he introduced himself to Kill, after Kill had sort of just gone a little out of his way to talk to him, see what's going on, see if he could, understand anything about why he's here. He seems to just be a hired hand of the crew. Amongst the crew of the Coast Runner are a handful of naval operatives of the Naledian Crown, and the captain, Sydney Horseback, a Goliath woman who seems to be a captain in the Naledian Navy as well. So, we last left off with a dream. A bargain being struck between what seems to now be master and student. Waking up in the cold morning, sort of licked by a cold sweat, panting just a little bit, Kaz, you look around the cabin and see your friends sort of just sprawled out, still sleeping. It is the early morning. You can get a little bit more rest if you'd like. For all intents and purposes, you have achieved a long rest. But you look around and see the rest of your party is still not too far from waking.
Actually, I would like to explore the ship a little bit more.
Okay.
Especially the like quarters.
All right.
If there is any sort of indication of like who is in what room
Mhm.
without entering them,
Okay.
I would love to look for that.
Sure. Go ahead. And are you doing this in a quiet manner?
Quiet that I'm not waking people up. I wouldn't
Okay.
say that I'm like trying not to be noticed.
Sure. Go ahead and just give me a stealth check in general.
Cool.
I'll keep that in mind.
That's gonna be a 14.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
And then go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Sure. What is my investigation? Okay. 5.
5.
Both of you are going to dice.
So you take your time moving about the ship in the lower level, trying to ascertain if there are any indicators of whose cabin is whose, or if there's a place specifically for the naval men, or if the captain sleeps down here, or something like that. Of course, you know what you're looking for. And you look around. It seems in this area of the ship, in this sort of lower living quarters area, none of the doors seem to have any markings on them, or like a notch or a nameplate or anything like that that would indicate they were anyone's specific room.
Mm-hmm.
You would probably hazard a guess that the same people stay in the same rooms.
Yeah.
But in this area of the ship, there is no indicator that you would be able to tell who is staying in what area. Would you like to continue to move maybe up into the deck, or do you want to try? If you would like to try to either go further down, you can do that, or you can get onto the deck and move over to the other side where there would be additional cabins and whatnot.
I'm gonna go over to the other side, I think.
Okay, no problem. You walk up the wooden stairs of this lower part of the ship and make your way onto the deck. You can see in the distance toward the east just the hint of that orange light of the sun beginning to crest over the horizon. Ever so slightly, it seems as though the sunrise is beginning to occur. And you sort of look around and you see that there's still a handful of naval soldiers and whatnot just sort of posted up. Just a couple of them seem to be like trying to, not nod off or whatever. Maybe some of them have just woken up for their shift or are just ending theirs. And you cross the deck. No one seems to pay you any mind or anything like that. And you make your way over to a new set of doors just under where the ship is being steered by Captain Sydney Horseback, who you can see is just sort of looking off. She does look down to you and just sort of give you a nod just of acknowledgement.
Yeah, and then just give her...
Yeah, she continues doing her thing.
Does he see me sleeping on the deck?
Yes, actually, yes. You do see Kill sort of just posted up in his shell in a little notch between the one side of the stairs where you're about to enter the cabin and the railing of the actual ship. That way he doesn't roll around in the wafting ship as it
Just
roll
roll right
pitching
off.
and
flows. Yeah,
yawing.
exactly. But you can see the hint of his little neck just sort of rising and falling. Ooh, interesting.
What was that?
I don't know. But you go to the doors and you try them, and it seems they are locked.
And this is... I'm on the deck, in the open, right?
Yeah, I mean, you're in the open. No one really seems to be and you're not shaking them or anything.
No,
you go to
no,
try the
yeah.
door, and as you pull, it seems to be barred on the other side.
Oh, so I couldn't even pick it then. All right. I think then I don't see Stant up here at all.
Make
Do
a
I?
perception check.
Cool. That's notched against my thumb. 12.
12. You take a second to just sort of turn and look about, and you don't mark him anywhere.
Okay. I'm actually gonna go up to the captain and just sort of like light up a cigar next to her, make some conversation.
Sure.
Just morning.
Morning.
Have you been sailing all night?
No, I just woke up not too long ago. Perhaps an hour or so.
Mind if I ask you kind of a strange question?
Shoot.
How familiar are you with the crew of the ship?
Relatively. Every once in a while when we dock, we look around to see if we can find some hired hands just to bring along with us. If they're skilled with combat, that's a plus. But most of the time we, just look for extra people to help out with the mass who have experience and whatnot. Sometimes we take folk who don't necessarily have too much experience, but seem to have the muscle and the build for it. So,
Gotcha.
it can be different every once in a while. Some people stick around just for the extra pay, but I mean, I know my men, but
Right, yeah, I would expect you to.
why do you ask?
I'm just curious. I've noticed that there's obviously a bunch of people in naval uniforms. I didn't know how much of a connection, I suppose, there was there.
Yeah. Yep. Well, those are my men. Anyone out of uniform, excluding yourselves and your party, are just
Right.
the hired hands.
Right. So this is like a naval ship then, and they're just crew.
Yes and no, actually. This was a purchased ship by the crown, so not necessarily built for the navy,
Right.
but it was available. We had the funding. It's a pretty nice ship.
All right. All right. Well, I'll leave you to it then. And I just sort of go off to one of the railings and just like I keep a lookout for Stant, but I'm really just kind of like waking up, having a smoke.
No worries. With that being said, the rest of you sort of come to consciousness now on this new day, probably 20 to 30 minutes later. In that time, you don't mark Stant or anything like that. Indigo and Kiss, you two wake up. You notice that you are the only two in the cabin around. You don't see Kill or Kaz anywhere. And Kill, you pop your head out on the deck and you sort of stretch as the light of the sun touches your scales. And you just sort of look around and you do notice Kaz up on the higher end of the. Are you sticking on like the sort of?
Sort of like the main. Well, yeah. I think it'd probably be up there.
Sure. Yeah, you notice him up there.
What's weather like?
Pretty nice. I mean, downcast. There's a little bit of sun, but not too much.
Okay. Yeah. If I see Kaz, I'll walk up the steps. Hey, how'd you sleep?
You know, a lot better than I thought I would.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I didn't have high hopes for you.
Well, I've overcome the odds, I suppose.
Good for you, man. Well, hey, I got a little bit of information. So maybe you just hit me up later. All right.
Yeah, all right.
All right.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. Morning. And I just leave.
Sydney just sort of nods her head to you. Kiss, Indigo.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Didn't have to see where Kaz went, did you?
No, is he up already?
I guess he must be.
Well, he's not
He's
there.
not murdering that guy already. We told him to wait.
Maybe keep your voice down a little bit.
Good call.
Yes, I am curious about that as well.
Oh God. Okay. First off, hang on. Just let me look about for something.
That was a fun play we just rehearsed, wasn't it?
I love the play we're writing
Yes,
about murder.
I do too.
It's so good.
Let's go.
It's called Death Trap.
Are there any like freaky omens about laying around?
Make a perception check.
I will happily do so. That's not that bad. 16?
16. You look about. Doesn't seem to be anything out of the ordinary.
Cool.
What were the cards that you pulled today?
Yeah, I pulled some cards. One of them is Talons. The wielder of this card adds 2d6 points of slashing damage to an unarmed attack that they make. And then one of them is the Fool. The wielder of this card's first attack automatically misses.
Very fun.
Indigo,
Yes.
could I ask you for a big favor?
Always. What do you need?
I promise I'm not gonna hurt you.
What?
I pull out a little knife. Just stand right there. I will not hit you. I promise.
I'm curious to see where this is going. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's do it.
I am down.
No! I'm gonna slash at him.
Go for it. Make an attack roll.
It's yeah, all right. It doesn't matter, I promise. But oh, damn, it would have been a good roll.
Imagine
22.
22. Kiss just sort of holds a knife and moves towards you with more speed than you've seen from her before, and she moves to legitimately cut you, and you just sort of are so startled that you're like, what the fuck? And she then takes a step forward and trips over herself and falls down and hits the ground pretty decently hard on her shoulder.
Are you all right?
Oh yes. Just have to get that out of the way.
Was this stage combat? Are we actually rehearsing a play?
For the play.
Have I forgotten?
No, I just had to get this thing out of the way.
Oh, yes. Right. Okay.
But it'll be really helpful later, perhaps.
Yes.
Thank you for being my still target.
Yes, of course. We should go check on the others.
I'm basically down for anything.
Yes, let's go find them.
Alrighty, you guys move through the hallway and up the wooden stairs onto the deck. You take a look around, you see there's a handful of naval men and whatnot. The sun is, at this point, set itself pretty decently into the sky. The morning has overtaken the Cerulean Ocean. You can see easily from here Captain Horseback just piloting the ship with relative ease. And you do notice Kill is decently tall. You can see just the top of Kill's little green head as he's making his way from there and then down the stairs. Kill, you recognize Kiss and Indigo as they emerge out from the cabin.
Thank God he recognizes them.
I know.
God.
But I'm wearing a hat. How could you?
I don't know what to say.
Hey, good morning.
Morning.
Yes, hello.
You're up bright and early.
I mean, no earlier than usual.
How was your friend the moon?
Just fine. Thanks for asking.
It's starting to feel patronizing.
Just fine. I'm less worried about him than he's worried about me, I think.
Oh,
It's kind of the way it works.
well, that's nice of him.
I'm thankful for that. Yeah, we all need someone looking out for us.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Look around for Kaz.
I'm a short king. You can't see me.
He's hidden amongst the
Make a
navy.
perception check.
20.
20.
Third 20.
Yeah, you just sort of look around. You curve around and look up the stairs towards where Sydney is piloting the ship, and you can see Kaz just sort of leaned, smoking a cigar against the railing of the ship.
Oh, this is going to be a weird question, and actually, now that I consider who I'm talking to, probably neither of you knows the answer to this. But okay, so hypothetically, if there were a really, really, sort of fancy academy that somebody wanted to go to, what do you think the tuition cost for a place like that would be?
Well, I did wake up on an island where they also use the barter system, so I would
Right.
guess 2 cows.
I woke up every morning on an island where they use the barter system. So, a goat and
Yes,
and
some sort of animal
and some
Right.
stew.
quantity.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I don't know.
I figured. All right. Thank you for trying.
What are they gonna learn in a place like that anyway?
Magic. There's a really fancy on the mainland. There's an academy where everyone who wants to be mage goes.
Wait,
or,
I mean,
or they try.
People learn magic. They don't just do it whether they want to or not.
We're not all born with it.
Oh, that's
I mean, some of us
very
are.
Right,
natural.
It's kind of weird. I just
Yes.
sort of feel it, you know.
Yes.
Well, so do I. But some people have to really study.
Oh, I thought maybe
Sucks
you were
for them, I
studying.
guess.
What a bunch of losers. Nerd!
It's just that I talked to one of these sailors last night, and he really wants to go there, and so that's why he's here in the Navy. He's trying to earn his tuition money. But to tell you the truth, I asked the stars, and something's going to go very wrong if he stays in the Navy for the next 3 years. I'm not sure what. So I just
I don't know how much money it costs to go to an academy like that, and so I don't know. You know what I mean?
Are there any other places that one can learn magic around here?
That's a good question. Are there?
Around here on
Make
the boat.
make an intelligence check.
This meaning this planet, I guess. we're
Around. Just intelligence generally.
This realm.
Oh,
Yes.
9.
9. I mean, you were never someone who like sought that type of information out. You assume like there are other places other than the Hyrith Academy, but I mean that's pretty much the only one that you know.
Yeah. There must be, but like that's the one everyone's heard of.
Hmm.
I want to help him, but I don't want to like embarrass myself. If I offer him 10 gold, is that like a laughable amount of money? Is it like 8 million gold pieces to go to an academy? I don't know.
Well, how's 10 gold gonna help him get in?
I don't know if it would or if it wouldn't. It's the cost that you have to pay to go to the school.
Oh, I see. That's why he's here.
Right.
Well, you could just ask him, I suppose.
I know, but I kind of don't want to just be like, oh, well, because what if it's an amount of money I don't have? And I'm like, oh, let me pay for your tuition. And he's like, that would be 9 million gold pieces. You know what I mean?
Which one is he? Do you see him?
Where's Jameson?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Probably sleeping.
Oh, that's probably true. 16.
16. You look around. You look up towards the crow's nest. There is someone in the crow's nest. It is not Jameson.
He was the fellow in the crow's nest last night, but he's not there now.
You could offer to start a fund of some kind.
Yeah.
You could say, you could yell to people, "Hey, go fund me," and then they would give you money, and then you would get for whatever you need.
That's a good point.
Something to give him a kickstart. Back.
Yes, somebody would kickstart to get a
You could be his patron.
yes, or like a different version of that word. Anyway,
You could be his only fan.
Stupid.
That was pretty good actually. I went on longer than I thought.
Good recurring bit, everyone.
Anyway, that's all our major insurance companies.
Oh, God.
Well, someone's probably got to know.
Right. Do you think I should just ask other people? I don't want to embarrass him.
I mean, if it were me, I would probably just ask him directly. But
Are there
or
any naval people like right nearby?
Chillin'.
Yeah, there's a bunch.
Hey.
Like half a dozen or so.
Hey, good morning.
Be nice.
Hello?
Is this someone I gave a good berry yesterday?
No.
You missed out yesterday, my friend. Here. You had one of these before?
No.
You definitely want to try this.
What is
They're
it?
pretty good.
It's a good berry. That's what I call it. I don't know what y'all call them.
Well, I appreciate that, but I'm actually looking forward to lunch later.
Oh,
so
you don't
I'm
wanna-
all set.
I'm actually.
Don't want to fill up.
Okay, that's fair.
Very nice of you,
I
though.
pop it in my own mouth. I say, hey, I heard there's a place where you go to learn magic. Is there a famous one?
Are you talking about the Hyrith Academy?
Oh yeah, that one. You know how much you got to pay them, I guess, for them to teach you?
I mean, I've heard it depends. It depends on your ability, first of all. Second of all, if they know you come from wealth, if they know you don't. There are a lot of variables as far as I understand.
Well, see if he's any good, they'll just let him in. Sounds like. But if you were real good, why would you even need to go?
Well, that's the point,
That's
isn't
kind
it?
of weird.
what if it were just sort of like a Joe Schmo just off the street, just wanting to apply? Is that something that would?
Does he know any magic at all?
Let's say no. What's like a ballpark? I don't know what ball I'm talking about, but what's sort of a general?
And does this joke schmo have like a family or?
Let's say not.
I guess I'm asking, what's like the most someone might pay to get in?
For a year? Like I say, it depends. But if generally, if you show promise and they know you come from nothing, they'll make hard exceptions. I heard this one kid got in not too long ago. It was like the cheapest anyone's ever gotten in. It was something like 1 silver piece a semester, which was like
Shit.
unheard of. To give you an idea, it's usually like, I mean, if your family wants you to go there and they've got money and they send you, usually they'll charge them like 50 gold pieces a semester. So whoever this fucking kid was clearly just phenomenal.
Interesting.
Do you catch his name?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh.
It's just I don't even know if it's real, to be honest with you. To be honest, some people, not me, but some people believe, and I'm inclined to be like, well, we'll see him out. Some people believe that they just put that kind of shit out there to encourage people to
The lottery's a tax on the
apply
poor.
and then yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking
What?
about.
The Petrichor lottery.
Yes.
They got
That's how they get
I
you.
spend like 5 copper every time we dock trying to get in on that. But
That's why I'm
I
telling
feel like sometimes they just kind of let people know, like, oh, this bloke over here won 1,000 gold, and I'm like, never even heard of where that guy's from.
I know, they make up
Ridiculous.
stories.
Well, so some people, not me, but some people think that the academy does the same thing of just accepting people on like lower scholarships, I believe is what they say, and sometimes they go the lower, whatever, and then you apply and it's just like they shaft you with like a 30 gold a semester, and you're like, I can't fucking afford that.
Bait and switch.
And they're like, well, you should have showed more promise, and a lot of it's kind of fucked. But to be honest with you, I mean, they can kind of just get away with it. There's a bunch of fucking fancy pants mages up in the tower.
But I can appreciate a merit-based system, you know?
Well, as far as I know, if you do show promise, it's legit. But I don't know. I do know it's expensive for the most part.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Would a place like that know anything about other types of magic?
I'm sure they would. They study all types of magic there. They even study necromancy. That's,
Goodness.
Interesting. Where's this place located again?
Oh, it's on the mainland.
Yeah, it's in the capital.
Interesting. Okay. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Well, it could be
No worries.
interesting. Maybe one of us shows enough promise to get in.
Well, that would be fun.
Sorry.
And then they can bring the rest of us in as kind of just like a fun package deal or something, maybe.
I don't know if that's how it works, but it'd be cool if it did.
I mean, I don't know. Could convince them.
We could tell them that we can't be separated.
I'm wondering maybe someone there might be able to know something about what my whole deal is.
Yeah, and why you can't remember anything.
What do you mean, what's your whole deal?
Well, you know how things sort of happen to me. I've recently come to the knowledge that maybe that's not super normal.
Roughly 1 in 50 people I've ever met have been you, so I wasn't,
that's true. Yes, I don't know. Maybe someone there would know something about whatever. Some of the things that Gretel was talking about seems kind of interesting.
Man,
Well-
Gretel, she really showed promise.
If it's got anything to do with magic, I'm sure they would probably know something about it. So,
Hey,
Well, thank you.
by the way, we're going to be on this boat for another 9 days.
just about depends if the weather's pretty nice. The coast runner moves pretty quickly actually. So,
What do y'all do for fun? Pass the time.
oh fuck.
Getting any just scraps, just kind of throwing
No,
around,
no.
throwing a little weight around. Come
no,
on,
no, none of that.
come on, you know.
Do a
Do
well, to be honest, a
little
lot of us
dance.
we play dice games.
Okay.
We gamble, some cards, just some of that here and there.
Hey, you like to throw dice, don't
I
you?
do. I love games like
Oh,
that.
do you? All right. Yeah, I mean, usually it happens during the shift changes. That's around just a bit after dusk and whatnot.
Okay.
Some people who are going back into bed, they throw a couple games, and along with the people who are getting back up, that's around the time that there's most of us are up and at them for maybe an hour or two.
You ever get everybody gets a chance to just kind of hang out together, or like
Just
one
for a bit.
shift, one guys go down, and other guys immediately come right back up?
Not necessarily. I mean, it depends. You can hang out for as
A
long
little
as you
downtime
want.
for everybody.
Yeah,
It's
something
kind of
like
nice
that.
right after dusk.
Yeah.
I like that. So, what if I wanted to have a little friendly scrap just for fun? Would that be frowned upon, or you think that would be okay? I mean, with consent, of course.
I mean, like amongst yourselves,
Yeah.
if you're not, if you're just
Put up the
training
dates.
or
Yeah, just a little training. That's all.
yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
I'm sure it won't be a problem. I mean, if things aren't gonna get like out of hand, right? Like you guys are just it's like sparring around, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why they would.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay,
Just a fireball or two.
Yeah.
Wooden shit.
Nothing untoward ever happens to us.
Sure.
I'm
Just,
very small.
Just yeah. just watch out for like the equipment and the mass and
Yes,
whatnot.
good to know.
Yeah, is there like a good place like out of the way so that we're not like bothering anybody? If we wanted to
I mean, right now
get some blood pumping,
I mean, the deck is fine, really.
It's right here.
I mean,
Okay.
everything else is pretty tight quarters, so I would advise
Yeah.
against that. But
Yeah, that's true.
I think I will, out of character, I will kind of make a point to like avoid standing near any important-looking ropes
Okay.
and things like that.
Just in case.
Word. Good to know.
All right, well, thanks for humoring me.
No worries.
If you change your mind about that good berry, I got plenty more.
I appreciate that. Maybe I'll take it up tomorrow or something.
What are they serving for lunch?
As far as I know, the cook's gonna be working on some. They picked up some interesting stuff from Aedra.
Yeah.
Some type of wild, gamey type of a bird, I think, but I don't really know what it is.
Okay. All right, I might try that. I might find a little space down there somewhere. Yeah.
Sure.
When the games are happening, will you let us know?
If you're around, sure.
Sure.
Just
I mean,
after
you'll
dusk.
probably see him. I mean, it's, like I said, not too past after dusk. A couple hours, and then, people start to meander their way
Back to
around.
work.
So,
Yeah.
I do enjoy a good game every now and then. It sounds like fun.
sure.
Get a little raucous. Cool.
Thanks.
No worries.
Wonderful.
All right. Hey, I cast Druidcraft and just check the weather for the rest of the day.
It seems like at some point towards the afternoon, just at the crest of evening, that it'll probably rain for a little bit and then stop. Might be a torrential downpour.
Let the boys on second shift know. Bring some rain protection.
Oh. Good to know.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Anyway, see you.
Hey, Kaz.
What?
Aren't you here?
Did I come downstairs?
Aren't you up? We're upstairs on the deck.
He's up.
He's up another little stairs, but you can just approach him.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hi.
Morning, Kiss.
How's it going?
It's going all right, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You feeling any better?
Honestly, I woke up feeling pretty great. And I, throw the roach of the cigar into the sea.
What?
I don't know what else to call it.
Yeah, it's a roach.
Got a little roach clip.
For everything.
It's a cigar,
It's like the-
for one.
But
Anything you smoke.
The
It's butt,
stub,
the roach.
if you will.
Yeah.
Things I didn't know.
Yeah.
Well, good. I'm glad you're feeling better.
Well, what have you guys been up to this morning?
I was just chatting away. Looking at, possibilities of ways to entertain ourselves for the next 8 days or so.
9 days.
9 days. Yep.
Right, yeah. 10 days, we've only been here 1. I know math.
I got some pretty good ideas.
Yeah, do you? Like what?
No, I'm not going to tell you.
You all right then? I don't see them. I didn't see that they were downstairs, right?
What do you mean?
The rest of the guys.
I didn't see that the rest of the gang was
Well, I saw
downstairs.
you, so we probably had at least had a chance.
Oh, did you see me?
That they were on the deck?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you saw them.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not that difficult to...
I'm keeping a lookout. What do you say we make our way to the rest of the group? And I start to head toward the stairs, but I turn to Sydney and I go, just so you know, if anything happens to any of the crew, I've been on ships for a long time, long part of my life. If you need any help, I'm your guy.
Thank you very much. It's good to know.
And then I just head down the stairs.
is there any way if I can tell, how fast the ship is going? Kind of like a survival check, maybe.
Sure, go ahead and make a survival check.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
No,
I don't need a
check.
specific number. I'm just trying to suss out how it might be moving relative to walking speed or
Sure.
whatever.
How many knots?
That's a 19.
19, hit us with it.
And while you do that, Jenna, you've been gifted guidance. Tony
Thanks.
Roman wants you to help the boy.
Amazing.
I also want to help the
Using
boy.
his godly powers to
Thank you.
Incredible.
For
Thanks very
Jameson?
much. Yes. Good. I'm glad we're on the same page.
An earmarked guidance.
Lick your finger, put it in the air. You're moving pretty decently. I mean, as far as you can tell, you're moving about as quickly as you felt like you were moving when you were arriving towards Aedra. So,
Yeah, that's not bad.
Is it obvious to me if I hypothetically ended up in the water, if this is way faster than my swim speed, or if I could keep up
That
with
is
the boat?
correct.
Okay.
it's not way faster, but you would not be able to keep up with the boat.
Okay. Fair enough. Cool.
Would I? I'm not asking that question. No.
All right, what are you guys doing?
I'm waiting to play some dice games.
I'm meeting up with the rest of the guys. Morning, everyone.
Yes. Good morning.
Kill.
Yeah.
You said you had some information for me. Where would we go that you would feel safe giving it to me?
Anywhere you like, my friend.
All right. And I don't know what this is, so I guess I'm just gonna go to a part of the deck that's not that close to anyone
I
else.
take one step over.
Yeah.
Yeah. You do so.
Yeah.
You're relatively secluded. I mean, there are people on the deck, but yes.
Wild magic surge.
Wild magic surge.
Oh,
Roll it.
goodness.
Turn me blue again.
Incredible.
Bluer.
You're still
You're the bluest you've ever been.
Blue 2.
Is that why you wore blue? Because you're still blue?
No, I just like that it said empathy on it when I'm about to
Is-
commit a murder.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, interesting.
That's
6.
6?
6 even.
0, 6.
Actually, this is Michaela's.
Oh.
Nice.
Nothing happens.
Comforting.
That's worse.
Ah.
A little bit of blue arcanum trickles around you. You get that weird feeling in your stomach, and nothing happens.
Disconcerting, but all right.
Very.
What's up?
I'm not gonna follow you guys as you go off. Just let me know if you need me.
We don't even go that far. I imagine it's like 20 feet in
Yeah.
some
Okay.
direction. What's
All
up,
right.
Kel?
So here's what I learned.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Your man, first of all, is going by Richter now. That name mean anything to you?
Not really.
Okay.
I suppose. Well, I heard that he was down on the Flame Coast, Fire Coast.
Scorched coast.
I wrote Fire Coast, so it's the Fire Coast.
Okay.
It's on my character sheet.
It's on the character sheet. Don't know what you're
Sounds
talking
as
about.
plausible to me as anything.
Right. So I heard he was down on the Fire Coast.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm ruling it as Kaz remembering it wrong. If my notes are
Whatever you
wrong,
wanna do.
Kaz remembers it
How
wrong.
did you write a synonym of the word?
That's just how my brain works. Selling some forged jewelry, some not real. Oh,
Yeah, I know
knockoff
I
is
know
what
what
I was
forge
looking
means.
for.
Okay.
So he probably didn't want to get charged for that. So he's gone under a pseudonym because no one knows about the whole.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
least
some
not
people
as far
might
as I'm
brag
aware.
about that, but I don't know.
right. I'm gonna need you to fucking explain that one,
Depends
mate.
on the crowds you're running in, my man. I don't know.
I guess.
Anyway, back to
Right. Yeah. You were saying.
Yeah. So he goes by Richter.
All right.
He's got no magic items on him,
Good.
so you're safe there. Other thing is, it seems like this whole place kind of shuts down for like a short time. It's kind of like a big group hang right around dusk before the shifts change over. So it might be the right time. Might be just enough of a distraction, just a little bit of a lackadaisical approach to keeping an eye on things. That might be your moment.
Right.
Now, I know you were little, and things have changed. But I mean, do you know anything about this guy's capabilities? You think you can take him?
I have zero doubt that I can take him. It's more like whether or not I can do it in a way that is satisfying to me and won't get me or all of us in trouble.
Yeah. Well, I think it's your right to challenge him. For sure.
You think I should go for like a proper duel?
You mean like official,
I mean,
like out in the open,
yeah,
or just like a
like maybe because I've been ruminating, I've been thinking, what if I brought it up to Sydney? Like, hey, this guy, he's a fucking monster, and he's lying to you about who he is. What if I duel him?
It could work.
Because that one gets around the whole like legal thing, maybe get everyone on my side.
Yeah.
And although I would like to be a little more painful with how I handle it, maybe that's not worth getting anyone in trouble for.
Yeah, I was trying to feel out if kind of like getting into a scrap was a normal thing to do. I thought maybe it'd be a ruse you could pull off, but hey,
Like an accidental kill.
yeah.
No.
Well-
I want to see the fear in his eyes.
In a duel, you know, your
Right.
wits are part of your total package. So however you want to do it, whatever you think is best, you know, I support you.
I do want to consult with everyone on that one. If I should tell Sydney who he is, and if she'll believe me. That's really my biggest thing.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how good of a liar he is. I do know he kept a child in a chest on a ship for 10 years and didn't get caught.
Do you think he's keeping a child in a chest right now?
The thought had crossed my mind, and that's one of the main reasons I was like, maybe I should tell her. I was thinking about going around later tonight and seeing if there was like a crate or chest somewhere where someone could be kept.
It's risky to go right to Sydney, probably, because I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
Nobody seems to trust anybody, probably for good reason.
That's what I'm thinking. If only we knew someone who knew like a spell that would make you tell the truth, or like a truth potion.
Yeah. I don't know. I ain't got that.
No.
I can be sort of magically persuasive, but it's not quite the same.
That
thing.
seems like a risky move.
I agree.
Anything I know about charms is that eventually someone finds out.
But you know, if we need a little cheese to lure him into the trap.
Oh, I see what you... Oh,
You know what
I
I'm
see
saying?
what you mean.
Yeah, and then,
All right.
by the time you're finished with him, either it ain't gonna matter how he feels about me, or you got bigger problems.
Right, yeah. I will say, if I do get in trouble, no, I'm not gonna take anyone down with me. I'm not gonna that's not how I roll. Anyway, I'm gonna go consult Kiss, see how she feels about taking the, like, good route of letting everyone know who he is.
You just let me know. I'm getting kind of excited. My adrenaline's kicking in.
I
It's
can
your
see
fight.
your nipples are getting real hard.
Oh God, these scaly amphibious nipples.
I only say that because we have mentioned it before.
They really show. They're my tail.
Anyway,
I'll put these babies away.
just like
I'll see you later.
Tuck them back in. Very good.
I take them off. I put them in my bag.
It's canon. Yeah.
They recede into your shell.
all right. So I'm gonna go back over to Kiss and Indigo, I guess, if they're by each other.
Yeah.
Well, so Kill gave me some information. I had a thought I wanted to run by you guys. So I could do this in a perhaps clean way and tell Sydney who he is, what he's done, and see if maybe she will let me duel him to the death, sort of thing.
What do you think her reaction's going to be if you say that?
Right, see, I'm gonna start with having to convince her that I'm telling the truth. So I was thinking it would be cool if someone had like a truth potion, truth magic. Do you know if anything like that exists?
No, I have something that can read other people's thoughts, but not make people tell the truth.
Okay.
I do have a thought.
What's that?
I don't know. This would depend on how well Sydney knows about how much Sydney knows about magic. I have a spell that's called suggestion. I could suggest to this gentleman that he tell the truth about how he knows you. If that's good enough for Sydney, that might be enough to prove.
See, my fear there is that she might think that it's like magical persuasion
Right.
to say something that's not true.
Yes, there is that.
Yeah.
But that's what I have available.
All right. I mean, the other thing I could do is just sneak into his room at night, slit his fucking throat, and just call it a day.
You could do
Yeah.
that.
What you doing?
Finding something out.
If he asks permission from Sydney Horseback to duel this man, whoa.
For the sake of brevity, you do all this and you consult the mythos of the world. You get back wheel and woe.
Interesting.
Can I do it one more time?
Okay.
If he secretly kills this man. If he kills this man without asking permission. Whoa.
You get a neutral response.
Neutral.
I imagine that's depends on whether someone finds out or not.
I don't mean to metagame, but you could see how well it will go if I tell her who he is.
I feel like that was sort of implied.
I don't know what it was.
How many layers of specificity?
There
and
is
if he blinks three
there
times
is no
while he says
implication
it,
of
and-
Yeah, there's no
both of us.
implication.
It is strictly having to do with what the question is that you're asking. There is no implication. There is no other quantifier. You have to include that in the.
Imagine you're asking Amelia Bedelia a question.
Okay. All right, good to know. You won't
Tell
let
me
what
me
have you done?
rephrase it, right?
You have to cast it again.
Take one more minute and cast it.
Okay, I'll do it again.
Okay.
If he first explains that this man enslaved him as a child for 10 years, and then says, "Can I please duel this man?" Wheel, whoa.
So, I guess my question is,
What's the result? We
you're
want?
asking the result of what? That like, what are you like? What are you asking? Is will it be good? Will he have good fortune if he asks this?
Will
Like,
he-
to what extent?
will
You know what I
he-
mean? Like,
Will he
Just
get,
drop off the duel part.
Will he get the revenge he desires without the consequences he fears?
That's not really the way the
that's
spell
yeah,
works.
that's not way.
though.
That's not the way.
It's
the spell
literally
works.
just this is my intended course of action, wheel or woe. So
That's
the
what
way
I
know, I
said.
agree. I think the way that you asked it is the way to ask it. It's just
I know it's just a matter
it's
of
just hard
like,
for you to.
It's hard for me to respond because like
No.
again, wheel and woe.
Yeah.
Okay. Do it whatever way you like. Sorry, I know the
I
stars.
sat here for like 5 minutes while you're doing all these rituals.
Well, I mean, I feel very ambivalent about all this. I don't want anything to happen to you. Is kind of my chief.
I appreciate
concern
that.
here.
I would also like that.
Hold on. Let me. One of the questions that you asked was basically, will it go well if Kaz asks permission to duel Stant from Sydney?
Yeah.
Based only on that question, wheel.
Wheel.
Yes. Now that I'm thinking of, based solely on that question alone, with nothing else around, wheel.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, you might want to try asking permission. Might not be a bad thing.
No, you,
Hard to say.
It would be I suppose, a more. I feel like it would weigh less on your conscience, if that makes sense.
Including explaining the situation.
Including explaining the
It-
situation.
yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Including explaining the
Okay.
situation, asking permission
Yeah.
for this would result in probably getting what you're
Thank you.
looking for.
Sorry, I know augury must be so hard as a DM.
Also,
I
if you
totally.
did it
It's not
I'm
necessarily
sorry.
hard. It's just like when you guys come
It's
up
a
with
weird-
like such
know.
like convoluted questions.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
know.
I can't like.
Tell
But if
you how
I'm
it's
taking it
gonna
at
go.
face value,
Right.
if you're arguing and you're saying, if Kaz explains his situation to Sydney and then asks for permission to duel Stant, will this result in Will this
Positive
result
or
in a good path or or whatever?
And the question is the result of her giving permission or the result of the duel itself?
Yeah.
Is
Right.
kind of where
That's-
So
Uh,
you're asking
The permission.
the permission,
Right.
which you didn't really explicitly state, but I'm
Yeah.
taking at face value. The answer would be yes.
Okay. Cool.
Also, if you did it as a duel, we could all watch, and that sounds like a lot of fun.
Well, I would make it fun for you, I promise.
I support this idea.
I wonder if, after hearing that one of her crew members is like a former enslaver, if she were to say, lock that man up in a cage, and as soon as we land on shore, he's going to jail. You know what I mean?
That's my fear, because I would like to kill him.
Right.
I would like him to die at my hand, ideally.
Right. I don't know. The stars seem to think it'll go well for you if you explain everything and ask permission. So, give it a try.
I imagine I don't know much about sailors, but it sounds like sort of a sailor's justice to have like a duel on a ship. I think she would probably go for it.
Got to be some sort of code of honor, right?
Right, sure, why not?
Try. Do you want to tell her today, though? Because it could make things pretty awkward on the ship if she...
Doesn't believe me.
Right.
Well, I think if I'm upfront about it, they will keep him away from me, which is also not bad.
Sure.
And then I can
Yes.
just find it something. When we disembark, I can find him and
Right.
just, fucking...
Also, the longer that you spend in the presence of your abuser, the more likely it is he'll recognize you.
Right, yeah. Well, I mean, it's been 10 years. He probably thinks I'm dead, and I'm blue now, so I might be
That's
all right. Maybe I'll try a new accent or something. if I'm like close to him.
You should.
But then everyone else would think it was weird.
No.
A lot of other people have heard me speak already.
I also think that
If I just come out talking like this, they might think it's something suspicious going on.
Gotta be racist.
It'd be normal.
Gotta be racist.
Is that racist?
presenting this to
dumb.
Sydney sooner might make her more likely to believe you as well. Because otherwise, like, why would you wait so long to bring it to her?
Right, that's true.
Right.
Right, so I should do it right now, you think?
I start chanting something and start to glow, and I come over and I give you a tap on the back, and I'm just like, "You got 1 minute, brother. No time like the present."
Go.
And I cast guidance on you.
All right. And so I go up to Sydney.
Great, whatever. Double guidance.
Double guidance. Do I roll
Double
2d4s or just?
We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Or just
Sydney, when I spoke to you before and asked about, yeah,
steering the ship.
and asked about how well you knew the crew.
Crashes into a rock.
I mean, I imagine she would fucking see me.
An iceberg! Oh no! So dumb. Okay.
Sydney, when I asked you before how well you knew the crew, surprise, I had an ulterior motive.
That does not surprise me.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
What do you need?
See, I actually recognized one of the crew. Rotund man. He calls himself Richter, I believe.
Sure, Richter, yes.
The name I knew him by was Eric Stant. And for 10-ish years, he kept me in a chest as a slave and whipping boy. So, yeah.
She just sort of blinks at you for a second. These are serious accusations that you are putting forward. You don't have any proof of this, or?
Well, I've got the scars, and I, like, take off my shirt and just, like, welts all over. These are all from him. 10 years of, abuse.
Make a persuasion check with advantage and your guidance.
Use your guidance.
You're right.
Both guidances or just one?
Just one. We will save the chat guidance for after this. This will be Kill's guidance.
All right. 7 plus, what's my persuasions? 10. 12 total.
12 total. She just sort of stares at you for a moment.
I need dice jump.
I'm not saying that I don't believe you. But you have to understand,
It is very serious.
I've known Richter for not too long, but I mean, he has sailed with me for the past month or so.
Did you happen to pick him up on the Fire Coast?
Sorry?
Near the Fire Coast. I know that. As does it.
Are you speaking of the Scorched Coast?
Probably. Is there another
Have you
coast?
never been to Naledian before?
It's been a long time, actually.
Interesting.
Like I said, 10 years on a ship, and
How old are you?
I'm 26.
And what did you do for the other 10 years?
I was on a different ship of my own volition.
16. You're
No,
on
the
a
first
ship for
the
26 years.
The first 6 years was I believe in Naledian. I don't remember it very well. I was picked up from a wharf by Eric Stant. Picked up is a very nice way to put it. But I was picked up at a wharf by Eric Stant. 10 years in and out of a chest to be whipped, worked to the bone, etc., etc. And then I escaped, and I was on a different ship for another 10 years until that ship sank, and I ended up on Aedra. Am I doing my math right?
Alright.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not saying I don't believe you. It's just I understand you have welts and these things, and I guess
It's
I don't
circumstantial, I
see why
understand.
you would lie about this, but what would you expect me to do with this information?
Well, all I really wanted to do was face him head on, like a duel of sorts.
Well, I guess if what you're saying is true, you have sound reason to challenge him, but I mean, we'd have to hear from him.
Right. I mean, is there any sort of, like, I don't know if anyone here knows magic, but, like, a spell of truth? A truth serum of sorts?
No one on the ship that knows it if there is.
Alright, well, fair enough.
But here's the thing. If you're so serious about this that you would be willing to challenge him to a combat, that's not something that we take lightly. I mean, anyone takes lightly. So I want you to understand, if you bring these charges to him, he has his say and he accepts your challenge. You know what it is that you are asking, yes?
I'm asking for a fight to the death. 1-on-1.
I can't step in if he accepts this.
I wouldn't expect you to. I wouldn't want you to be honest.
Well, at the very least, we need to have him speak on this.
Right.
She turns over to the gentleman that you all had all spoken to before. She says, Zeph, go down and get Richter. We have some business. And she looks over to another navalman just sort of doing his bit, tying a rope down. And she says, Jack, take the wheel. And the gentleman comes up, grabs the wheel from her. She pats him on the back. She puts a hand on your shoulder and says, I'm going to give you one last warning. We can speak about this. But the moment that you challenge him, it is up to him to decide. If he agrees, you know that that's it. And if he denies these claims and denies your challenge, then I can't offer you more than once we get off the ship. We can try to look further into this, but I will trust that you understand both consequences of you challenging him, whether he accepts or not.
Not to implicate myself, but frankly, if he doesn't accept and he denies the charges, which I assume he will, to be honest, I will find a way to prove it, and I will get my day with him.
If what you are saying is true, and it is provable, and you can do this, then I am all for seeing justice being served.
I'm glad to hear that.
But understand this. It simply cannot happen on my ship outside of this combat.
Absolutely.
Should he accept. There's simply no way to come to any sort of conclusion.
There's a reason I came to you instead of being a little thief in the night.
I truly do appreciate that. And to be honest with you, I think that that would help your case. Otherwise, why wouldn't you just fucking kill him?
Yeah, I'm very sneaky. I could have done it.
You could have killed him.
I could have done it.
She chuckles at that, and she says, as long as you understand, these are serious charges, and they will have serious consequences one way or another.
Absolutely.
Right. Well, to the deck then. She begins to walk down the stairs. She actually walks up to the three of you. And she says, you three, you know about this situation, do you?
Yes, we do.
A little.
We are.
Do you understand the implications of the challenge that your companion is setting forth?
Yes.
We do.
I do.
I want you to understand this. You are company on my ship, and I'm glad to have you. You fed my men, and that is very kind of you. Should Richter, or Stant, whatever we're going to call him, accepts your companion's challenge, and any one of you interrupts it, aids him, or otherwise, there will be consequence. I will not be stepping in. I will not be doing anything but overseeing. The implication is that one man walks out of this, if both accept this challenge. Please do not make it more than one.
It's the honorable way to do it.
Very well.
I'm proud of him, to be honest.
If there, I do have one resource that you may take advantage of if you wish. I know a bit of magic. Are you familiar with the spell Suggestion?
Based on the nomenclature, I can make a guess. I'm not
298.
Yes. Unfortunately, I'm not well versed in Arcana.
Yes. The way the spell works, and I'll basically, I can.
Sure.
I'll describe how the spell works. Basically, I suggest a course of action to the person, and they are compelled to do so. If you see fit that I could compel the individual to tell the truth, that is something I could do. If you trust the results, then that's a possibility.
Well, I would not be against this. However, Naledian law suggests that when it comes to situations such as these, you must first gain permission from whom you are going to cast the spell on. And if they deny you this permission, then legally, in accordance with questioning based on accusations and whatnot, you are not allowed to cast the spell on them to obtain this information.
You complete the 5th in Petrichor?
This makes no sense to me.
I'm upstairs. I'm just...
Very well. Yes, I understand. I just wanted to let you know what I have available at your disposal.
Understood. She marks each of you. She doesn't do so quietly, but knowing that you have these types of capabilities, she really takes like a good look at the three of you. Well, I suppose it's going to be only a few minutes from now. She walks over and just sort of leans up against the mast of the ship.
So soon?
You're going to wake Richter now.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Wait, am I steering the ship at this point then?
No, there was a nobleman named Jack that she brought over.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It just occurred to me.
It's just me? Is this on me?
I'll do it.
I've got it, I suppose. And...
Got it, just kidding.
Hey, you want that good berry, Kaz? No sense dueling on an empty stomach.
Yeah, I'll take it. Why not?
Yeah, here you go.
I assume it's big for some reason. I don't know why.
It's like...
Yeah, so that's like a handful. It's like eating
a
like
strawberry or something
yeah.
like that, yeah.
Yeah.
A horse pill? Yeah. Very good.
I prepared all the wrong spells for this strategy.
Well, I mean, we shouldn't. It's not really up to us, you know.
Oh, I agree. I was,
So a fun thing about fighting on this ship is that I have the athletic feat, which means I can climb with 0 penalty to my movement, and I can bonus action. So I could, like this, I'm built for fighting on a ship. I don't know if you noticed that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'm about to fucking wreck this guy.
Is Kaz somewhere where like Captain Horseback is not necessarily right there? Is there some
Captain
distance
Horseback is
between them?
leaned up against the center mast of the ship. Kaz is up near the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Kill tossed me the good berry.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll say that.
Fastballed it in your
I
mouth.
whipped that motherfucker.
I'll just go up to Kaz and sort of, oh, Kaz, you're so brave. I wish you all the luck in the world. And I just give you like a really, really big hug. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to slip a little card in your pocket and just hold this.
That was too
Good
close.
luck out there. You're going to be just fine. I believe in you.
Kiss, I'm gonna be all right.
I know. You'll be just fine.
And I sort of like. What card is this?
It's
I'm assuming talons.
talons. So if you decide,
I would be very shocked if you gave him the one that
The
makes him
banner.
fuck up his attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that'd be so hard.
That would be tough as fuck.
that'd be
Finally getting rid of this motherfucker.
Okay.
so if you make an unarmed attack,
All right.
No one gets to be a rogue with me.
God, that's right.
I fucking might. Why not?
no pressure. I'm just saying it's there if you need it.
Except the only issue is that like my unarmed strike has +2 to hit.
Yeah, that's lame. Yeah, it's there in emergencies.
Remember, you have
fine.
guidance also.
You do.
I
have
do.
guidance.
I do have guidance
Better.
for the next hit. That's true.
So true.
Or for the next check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god. Okay.
I'm gonna prepare detect magic, just to do it.
Great to know, brother.
I'm just ready in that
He's
ritual.
ready.
Hell yeah.
I'm just like stretching, just like getting ready for.
Sure.
Kaz, can I ask, what do you plan to do if he doesn't accept the duel?
Well, I plan to wait until we get to what's it, the Blackwells, and then try to find someone who I can, who does know how to make like a truth potion, a truth spell, and prove it. Or if I can find him on his own, just take him out. I'm not gonna do anything on the ship. It's a very tight space, and especially now that I fucking
I
showed
feel,
my hand.
I feel a suspicion would be
If something happens to him, it's not like they're gonna be like, oh, Kaz wouldn't do that.
who could have done this?
What if something happened to everybody?
That's
That's a joke.
Kill, I love the enthusiasm.
I'm just
I
kidding.
peed a little. That's a lot. Damn.
Levity before the duel, you know, it's
Yes.
important. Loosen
Alright.
up.
gallows humor.
And I'm just gonna squeeze your hand and give you a bardic inspiration.
Ah, all right.
Just saying.
So I have guidance and inspiration
Yeah.
coming up.
There you
A
go.
bardic
But
inspiration.
I can choose when to use bardic inspiration, right?
Yeah, use it anytime.
Yep.
Yep.
Just can't be on damage
It's
Yeah.
just a
or
D6.
saving throw.
Okay.
There's not much I can do for you, unfortunately, unless you want me to suggest that you win the fight.
Hey, don't help him.
Actually,
you're gonna cheapen his victory.
Actually, it can be on saving
Oh,
throws.
saving throws? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, good. If I need to do a saving throw, I'm
Yeah,
Ability-
it's not damage. then.
Ability checks, attack rolls, or saving throws.
Great.
dope.
And it can be added after you've seen the roll, but before you know the outcome.
Okay. Cool.
We know this man has pride. So,
Yeah.
you know, let him do it.
I'm letting him do it.
I
Okay.
do have
I see you batting your eyelashes over there. You keep it to yourself.
I do have a sort of non-magical suggestion, as it were.
What's up?
If you're at all able to, I mean, I guess you know this fellow better than I do. Could he perhaps be goaded into telling the truth or accepting the duel at the very least?
I'm gonna do my best to do that.
What if you say, "Hey, you don't even look remotely cunty"?
You don't even look like a cunt, mate.
Would that get him riled up?
I'm not sure what that would do,
Yeah,
to be
right.
honest.
Cunt.
So
You
here's what.
people are so strange.
What
I
I'm
don't get
what
their
I'm
customs.
thinking is to sort of appeal to, if there's any part of him that's not a fucking coward, appeal to that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
I'm gonna find a way to say cunt on every episode.
Good.
Well, good.
That's our
as,
Easter egg.
as we should.
Yeah. That's our Easter egg.
I don't want that to
Yeah.
be the Easter egg.
That's going on the bingo card.
It's got story reasons.
At this point, you all hear the sort of not heavy footfalls, but the multiple footfalls of a few different naval men bringing Richter or Stant up from the cabins below where you all were staying. He was apparently staying in that same area. And he walks up. He seems to be wearing his usual garb, some sort of leather armor and whatnot. You can see that he has a hand crossbow at his hip. Just sort of walking nonchalantly. And he just sort of cracks his neck and stretches a little bit. You can see that he definitely just woke up. And he says, "Well, Captain, I'm here. What's all this in?" And Horseback just sort of looks over her shoulder. "Well, I think you've got a long-lost friend here, that has a quarrel with you, Richter. Sirakaz? And,
Do you remember me? It was
are you still on top of where the wheel is?
Is it? No, I'm gonna go ahead and approach.
You slowly walk down the stairs, one step at a time, hearing the wood creak and slam against the heel of your boots. And you finally reach the bottom of the deck where you were both on equal footing. And he's just sort of looking over to you, eyebrows furled, just watching you, arms crossed against his chest. And you say,
Do you remember me? About 10 years ago, I was red at the time. Not ringing any bells.
can't say that I do.
Does the name Eric Stant ring a bell?
Dunno.
Trying to do an insight from far away.
Certainly.
From wherever I am.
Certainly.
Yeah, I'm doing it too.
Go for it.
17.
27.
Indigo, he
It was a nat 20.
is either a really, really good liar, or he has no idea who Eric Stant is. Kill.
That was a nat 20.
He's a really, really good liar.
He's a fucking really good liar. If you didn't know this whole situation or whatever, you'd be like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? I pointed to Cass, by the way. But
the fuck is Kiss talking
I
about?
see his tail.
he does have, you can see when clearly he's asked about remembering Kaz and the name Eric Stant, his eyebrows are furled, but you can definitely see that there's a slight little not a pinky twitch, but he definitely sort of puts a little bit more pressure on his arm just from his pinky. That's the only tell you can see.
I don't say anything quite yet.
You haven't changed a bit, have you?
You just get, I don't understand what's going on.
Alright, well. You know what you did. You know what the charges levied against you will be. I told Sydney here the whole story. I don't want to make it anyone's problem but ours. Duel me.
He just sort of looks over at Sydney. Sydney just, at this point, she's shifted herself to where she's sort of like facing the both of you as you're standing on opposite ends. She's just got her arms crossed, leaning against the mast, and a bunch of the naval men now are just like looking around like, what the fuck? And Sydney just looks at Stant, and she says, "This young tiefling has brought charges of a myriad of things against you, Richter. He seems to know you as Eric Stant. You abducted him, tortured him, among a handful of other charges and whatnot. You say that you do not know this man, and you haven't done these things, that you do not know the name Eric Stant. Is this true?" "Aye. I don't know this blue fucker. Takes an awful lot of balls to accuse someone like me, someone you know. Stand up, lad. This fucking shit."
Do I notice if he repeats that tell, or
You can make an additional insight check, or you can make a perception check to see if you catch it again.
Oh.
follow that 20 with a 1?
With a 1. You're a little too focused on the palpable tension that is in the sea salty air right now, and it doesn't necessarily slip your mind to keep checking on it, but like at this point you
I've
did
already
see
arrived
it
at my conclusion.
exactly, so
Yep.
it's like And Sydney just sort of shrugs. Well then, you have every right to deny this challenge. You understand the implications of a duel.
Eric, if there's a single fiber of your being that's not an absolute fucking coward, you will accept this duel.
Make an intimidation check with advantage.
You're goddamn right.
Use your guidance too.
Oh, I'm using that guidance.
You can use inspiration if you'd like.
But you don't have to.
No, I'll hold on to the inspiration, because my...
Let's see if you roll like shit.
Yeah, I guess find out what you roll.
Yeah, you did.
Alright, so... +3, so dirty 20 plus my +7 to intimidation.
27.
That's a 27 total. I don't know if intimidation's good or bad there, because then he might really not want to fight me.
I'm taking it as
You're goading him.
you're goading him up.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, don't worry. I didn't want to rule it as persuasion because I appreciated the way you delivered that.
Thank you.
Well, I deny these ludicrous charges that you set before me.
Of course you do.
I have a distinct feeling that while it would give me the greatest pleasure to deny you of this duel, that you aren't gonna fucking leave me alone. No, are ya?
Not a chance, mate. 10 years.
He looks at Captain Sydney. Well, you're on. And he just sort of sighs, and he unhooks his hand crossbow, and he loads it with a few bolts.
Hell yeah.
And he just sort of holds it up, and he walks to one side of the end of the boat, and he takes a look at Horseback, and he goes, "This is my weapon. What are you using?"
I pull out the longsword. Just try and hit me with that before I get to you.
He sort of shrugs. He looks over at some of the other navalmen, and he's just like, "Yes."
I was just gonna say, we're gonna do a rallying cry also.
Oh, shit.
Give you 10 HP.
Oh, rally.
nice.
Well done.
That's amazing.
Before you start.
That is
so
expensive.
How does rallying cry work again?
We get 10 temporary. Everybody gets 10 temporary HP.
Everyone gets 10 HP.
Yeah.
For the next, is it minute or just in general?
It's a long
I think it's-
time, I think.
Yeah, it's in the next minute.
Yeah.
But don't worry.
So we'll say it's like at the start of combat,
Yeah,
I assume.
Yeah, no, well, it's not going to take a minute for this combat to start. So I
Okay.
Nice. Nice.
I'm so
Nice
jacked
choice.
that this is about to happen that I feel the 10 HP coursing through
Oh
my
yeah,
veins.
oh yeah,
We all get a little stronger.
for sure.
Y'all got a lot of ceremony in your fight.
Not me.
We mostly reserve our ceremony for sex.
I hope they do, kids.
I want you to elaborate on that at another
Me and
time.
Eric?
Yes, I want to hear more law.
Oh my god.
First things first, give him a kiss. All right. Sydney lifts herself off of the mast. She drops her hands. She holds up a hand into the air, and she says, "All right. As soon as I take my steps and the path is clear and my hand falls, it begins. You all know not to interfere, correct?"
I'm not interfering, I just want to get a better view, and I lose detect magic.
Okay. What are you detecting?
I'm
You
just
just in
put the
general.
goggles on.
You're putting the goggles
Yep.
on. Word.
Yep.
Okay.
So within 30 feet, I can see if anything lights up with magic.
Okay, good to know. She just sort of nods to you, and the naval men all just sort of nod back, and everyone sort of has their arms crossed and is like, "This is like nothing that they would have ever expected, like or anything like that."
I'm gonna create some illusory popcorn and just
Okay, word.
Can
Very
I
good.
sit on your shoulders?
Oh yeah.
Thanks.
Nice.
Thank you.
Very cool.
By the way, I got like 3 shinies on Kaz. Anybody want takers?
You see Zeph, you hear Zeph from behind you, Zeph is not steering the ship. Zeph has gotten around to you at this point, and he just sort of, He slips you 2 gold, and he goes, "Put it on Kaz."
I've become the bookie. I need someone to take. All right, anyone want the fat one? Anybody?
You do hear from behind you, Jack, who is steering the ship. He just kind of goes, yeah, I'll be in for a goal.
All right, I got you.
All right. Horseback keeps her hand in the air. She walks about all the way to the edge of the boat. She looks over at Stant. Stant looks over at her, nods. She looks over to you, and she drops her hand. Go ahead and roll initiative.
You bet.
I will
This is so
continue to see,
exciting.
and you can just tell me after it all goes down. I will continue to see if I can get any more bets during the course of the fight.
Word, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
22.
22. All right. You will be going first, Sirikaz Thelani. For all intents and purposes, let's get a battle map out here.
Hell yeah.
Let's see.
One gold from Jack, 2 golds from Zev, 3 shinies from me.
What does it mean?
I haven't decided yet.
Rocks.
Yeah, I was wondering
found
about
on
that.
the ground.
I can see you're talking about gold, but maybe not.
Yeah, we'll just call it gold for math.
Yeah, that's probably
Yeah.
best.
We'll have everybody place themselves. I think I have your mini bag.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, yeah. We'll grab it.
Yay! Oh, that's wonderful.
We'll say my official bet is 3 gold and 1 rock.
And one,
like one rock.
I got a rock.
All right.
Are you gonna?
Where y'all want to be? Where's the fight? Probably like right here? Or is it up on the front of the...
I will let you know.
Okay.
Yeah, I figure you'll place me in stand.
Already, yes. Okay, so go ahead and give me Kaz
Right there.
first. Oh,
He's there.
okay, so the wheel is here. So Kaz would be about here. And Stant. Actually, we're gonna place you. Actually, hold on. Let's see. Some of this isn't here, so
Yeah.
just don't worry about that.
Fair enough.
Kaz, you're gonna be here, and then this is like I don't know. It's hard to say, but this is like backed up a little bit more. So
Boat stuff.
Stant is gonna be. I can't tell if this is supposed to be the wheel or not. I'm pretty sure this is the wheel.
So,
If you want, you could also just like change the scale just to make more space. You know what I mean? Just make them like 10-foot squares.
These are 10-foot squares.
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah, we'll call it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We'll put you here, and then Stant's gonna be there. Let me find a good mini for him.
Do.
And then you guys. So Stant's gonna be here. You guys can place yourselves.
Should we be back here or just like wherever we were standing is fine?
Yeah.
Thank you for fixing her.
No problem. Okay.
I'm on your shoulders.
All right.
The damsel position.
Put her in damsel
Classic.
position. Although she got broken last time. Please be careful. Damsel
Oh, that
position,
was,
but carefully.
It's very suggestive.
Making someone ugly.
60,
I accidentally put you in a standing 16.
It wouldn't be a fight if he wasn't somewhat intimidating.
I'm just holding you.
It's like sideways. There's like.
It's a great view of the fight.
Exactly.
That's how I watch all my
Sure.
fights.
You're like,
Okay. So.
I'm gonna literally
Sirikaz.
hold you like that during the course of the
Sirikaz
fight.
Thelani.
Yep.
You're up first.
me.
What would you like to do?
Oh, I'm rushing this bitch.
Go for it.
So I'm
You
gonna.
use your full 30 feet of movement.
Yep.
To move. So that's 3. 1, 2, and you are 10 feet away from him.
Okay. I'll bonus action dash, I
Dash.
suppose. And I'm gonna go ahead and slash at him with my sword.
Go for it.
Slash.
Slashing it.
Ooh, 12 for the first one.
12. You move.
Oh wait.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use my guidance.
Okay.
Or your
forgot-
bardic, rather.
Yes, my bardic inspiration. May as well.
Why not?
You gotta be shitting me with that. 13.
13. You move to slice him just into the torso.
I
And
used
as you
bonus
do,
since that's why.
he just sort of takes a single step back, just enough for the blade to carve against his leather and not have any effect.
I still don't see any magic on him, right?
You do not see any magic on him, no.
Do I see any magic on Sydney, by the way?
You do. The spyglass that she has on her hip is magical, and she has a brooch that is also magical.
Okay, sweet.
So basically, as I rush, I'm gonna rush towards him. I kind of go for the slash, and as I miss, I'm gonna like step and redirect and end up like 20 feet away from him.
Whoa, that's cool.
By the way, not to distract from the action, but does Sydney's scope happen to look exactly like my Farseer scope?
It does.
Nice.
And I do want to just be like, you move faster than you look.
And he looks at you and says, I don't need speed, not to beat you. Is that at the end of your turn?
Yeah. I've used my dash, my bonus or my action. Yeah, all I have left is my reaction, which I can't wait to use.
He holds his hand crossbow at you, and he just shrugs his shoulders. Good luck. And he fires twice at you.
Nice.
Twice.
First one's going to be a 20 to hit.
That does hit.
Second one is going to be a 23 to hit.
Yep. So those both hit.
Okay.
He's at least level. Well, he might be a monster.
That's probably what his stat
No
block is. He
way.
wouldn't be using a character block
Not like an
for it.
actual monster.
Well, sure.
It's like
A reskinned.
blocks in.
Right. That makes sense.
Oh boy, he's hitting for 20s and 23s already, huh?
You suffer
It do be that way.
6 points of piercing damage on the first, and 7 points of piercing damage on the second.
Good thing for that rallying cry. Shoot.
As soon as those hit Kaz, I use minor illusion to make somebody say, I got 5 shinies on.
Oh
I got 5 shinies on stand.
On stand.
That's so funny.
5 shinies on stand. Anyone else?
I'll take my bonus on that. Some
As,
random dude.
as the second one hits me, I'm just gonna point to him and be like, "You'll burn for what you did, Stant," and then Hellish Rebuke.
Nice. Is there a range on that?
Let me make sure. I'm pretty sure we'd be well within it. I'm only 20 feet away, and
Sure.
it's 60 feet.
60. Yeah,
So
no
it's,
problem. Dex save.
Yes, the DC is 13. Yeah, 13.
Natural 18. He suffers half from this, I
Yep.
believe.
So that's 15 plus 8, 23.
23 points of fire damage.
Wow.
Yep.
Is that
Halved.
That is
reduced,
not
right?
halved.
Okay,
So
so
it would be
23 reduced
11.
would be 11, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Dark red, nearly black, infernal fire just looses out from your chest where the crossbow bolts slammed in, burns up the bolts from you, and just wrecks against his chest. And he, you fucker. And he quickly reloads, and he's going to use an action surge and fire twice again at you.
Okay.
Oh,
Level 5 fighter. He's got 2 attacks.
That's going to be an 18.
That'll hit.
And again, that one is going to be a 16.
Those will both hit. Yeah.
Okay. 6 points of piercing and 9 points of piercing.
Oof. Puts me down to.
He is going to use his full movement. 10, 20 to go behind your companions.
Whoa. Okay.
What the fuck?
You felt
You guys follow us
part
in
of the
this?
rules.
If
Does
someone wants
Indigo
to
get
move
an attack of opportunity to trip him?
up.
I'm not gonna
You
take it. if I
can
do.
certainly try.
No.
Okay.
I'm not gonna interfere.
That is the end of his turn.
Okay. I'm gonna chase after him.
Go for it.
Yeah.
You.
Ooh, audience participation. Interesting.
We gotta get a stand cam for
really
me.
make you part of the show.
10, 20, 30.
And then I can dash over to him. Yeah, with my bonus action.
10, 20, yes, 30.
I'm at 12.
HP.
I'm gonna go ahead and take another slash at him.
Go for it.
Excuse me.
That's HP.
That's
In case you were worried
That's
for one.
It's gonna be a 25.
That hits.
So
Certainly.
plus my. Oh wait.
what?
Well, I mean, I still get sneak attack because I would get it whether anyone's helping them or not, right? Because
No one is engaged with him.
so I do get it from the fucking rakish audacity. No.
Does Reiko's Audacity say that no one has to be around him or engaged with him?
Your sneak attack against a creature, if you're within 5 feet of it, no other creatures are within 5 feet of you. You don't have disadvantage in the attack.
So you do not get sneak attack.
Damn, that
that
sucks.
sucks.
You are gonna get another rallying cry from me.
Nice.
I don't believe we can stack those.
Ooh. Well, it's not stacked because mine's gone.
He like got through it, right?
Yeah, it's gone.
Oh,
It's temporary.
there should not. You should not be able to do that. Sorry, I'll allow it because I didn't. I
Okay.
guess I didn't account for the back-to-back things, but that should not be able to happen for another 10 minutes.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So,
Well, okay, but-
Actually redeemed it again too, so.
oh, sorry guys. You can give them direct stream elements. Their money back on that.
Okay.
That should not happen. Sorry guys.
Yeah.
That should have a cooldown. That would
One
be
per
so
fight.
ridiculous. They would never die. Sorry.
So I don't have it from Rakish Audacity,
Mhm.
but this regular sneak attack is another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it. That enemy is
They are not enemies of the target because they have agreed unless they do something
Yeah.
against him, which they've agreed not to do.
Yeah.
They are not enemies of the target.
I'm dubious about that, but fine.
Well, it's true.
No,
None
for
of them
sure.
are enemies of the
Sure, I agree
target.
with
So
Yeah.
rules is written. That's how it is.
All right.
Emotional enemies of the target.
Sure, that's fine. But until you are aggressive against the target, you are not an enemy of it.
That's gonna be 9 slashing damage.
Sure, 9 slashing damage.
Damn, y'all have both been hitting each other pretty good.
You slice into his thigh at this point. He, fucking.
I know we're not really in the initiative, but I would probably step away from the combat. if
Oh,
that's it.
yeah. In between their
Yeah,
moves,
that's
I'll
fair.
allow you guys to like get out of the way or whatever.
Yeah.
Where would you like to go?
Just, I mean, I don't know. Just back up, like, so that I'm not like, next to anyone there.
10, 20?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. You guys want to move?
Yeah, I just turn to Sydney and I say, "Now I'm not trying to interfere, but if he gets that close to me again, I'm gonna whack him one."
Sydney looks over at you and says, "I will toss you off this boat if you touch either of them,
What
Well,
if
that-
he touches us first?
That doesn't seem
and I will
fair.
toss him off this boat.
Good.
He hasn't touched either of you."
Touch you.
Yeah. Cool.
Happy.
All right, cool. It is Stan's turn. He is going to, you use your full movement, so you couldn't. back
Even if
away,
I
right?
didn't, I wouldn't be
You
backing
wouldn't
away
really.
anyway.
He just sort of looks at you, and he just scoffs, puts a bolt in, and then he fires it at your leg. He actually does so at disadvantage because you were right next to him.
Yep.
It's still gonna be 17.
All right, yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. You suffer 7 points of piercing damage,
Okay.
and he's going to, and then he's going to hold it at your shoulder and pop disadvantage again.
Yep.
That's only a 10.
That will not hit. Nice.
He goes to pull the trigger, and the spring mechanism stalls, and he just, and he rolls his eyes, and as he reaches to pull it off, he just rips the bolt off and onto the ground.
Yeah.
But he doesn't move.
Okay.
So it is your turn.
All right. So as I watch that, I just sort of and come at him again with my blade. Come on.
Nobody's around now.
Dirty 20.
30-20, that hits.
Cool. And now I will have that sneak attack.
We certainly will.
Could have been a better roll, but that's fine. 9, 10, 12 slashing damage.
12 points of slashing damage.
Was that just your sneak attack dice?
No.
Oh,
I have 2d6 plus my d8 for the
Gotcha.
Yeah, my
This
sneak
time
attack.
you sneak under and you stab him right in the ribs, and he and he takes a step back as your blade and blood just gushes out of him.
Come on, Cash.
You feel a sudden surge within you after dealing that much damage to him.
Right.
You feel as though you have access to something now that you didn't before. On your next turn, you can take the bonus action, or you haven't taken the bonus action this turn, right?
No, I didn't.
You can take the bonus action this turn to cast Hunter's Mark if you'd like.
Oh, fun.
I forget what Hunter's Mark does.
So basically,
But I assume I want it.
so basically, you target a creature. It marks them, and you know their position anywhere where they are in a certain amount of feet from you, and B, you deal an extra d6 points of damage whenever you strike them.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and
That's awesome.
just like, I guess instinctually, just do it.
Sure.
I don't know how
no
that
problem.
spell is supposed to be cast. It's just
worries.
verbal,
Yeah.
so I think it's just like your mind stand.
And you see almost like a bit of dark red, nearly black energy. Not any of you, but Kaz, you see it just sort of amalgamate around his torso and like seep into him, and there's just this dull, nearly black, almost glow coming from him.
Do I
as
see
you
this?
hone in.
Through detect magic?
You see magic happen.
Yeah.
Yes. You don't know necessarily. You know what the school of it is. So whatever I don't know what the school of
Divination.
Divination. You see a burst of divination magic come out of Kaz
Yeah.
and lock itself onto Stant. And he just sort of, what the fuck? That is the end of your turn.
Yeah, I'm not running away. Fuck it. It's
Okay,
better
okay.
when I'm close.
He is going to actually take a few steps back.
Cool.
So you can make
I'm
an attack of
gonna
opportunity?
absolutely make an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
That's Kaz, right?
Oh, yep. Sorry, my bad.
He's gonna go this way.
Come on.
I mean, Kaz is canonically blue, so it's very
That's
Right,
true.
Yes.
Is Kaz's portrait blue on the?
No, it's not. That'd be really funny.
That's gonna be a 22 to hit.
22 to hit hits.
Do I still get sneak attack for that?
If it's not
Yeah.
the same turn, which it isn't.
Oh, okay. So that's gonna be plus 3d6.
Is it turn around? We should probably check that.
It's
It's
turn.
a turn. That would make sense.
I can make 100%.
I would be
sure.
very
Once per
shocked.
turn.
I would be very
Yeah.
shocked if it was round.
So he's gonna 6, 10, 12 plus 5, 17 slashing damage.
God damn.
Rogue.
You slash into him and you cut across his chest, and he buckles down for a second, and you can see he coughs up blood onto the ground, and he is just like sort of staring off for a moment, clearly in shock, and he takes a few more steps back,
Hurts, doesn't it, Stant?
and he shakingly, fuck off, and he pulls the trigger 2 times against you. 21 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Oh my gosh.
That's going to be 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
How you doing?
I'm at 5.
Oh shit. Oh, no.
Of course.
Is that a nat 20?
That's
11.
Oh, okay. I was like, damn. All right.
He fires again, and it goes wide in his shaking hand. And he buckles down, and he's going to use a bonus action for second wind.
Yeah.
What's second one?
He heals.
He's gonna heal a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, good to know.
It's whatever.
It's whatever. While he's healing, I just sort of quietly whisper to myself, "Come on, Cass, you can do it." And he has another bardic inspiration. Enjoy.
Mm. I believe he has to hear you.
No, he doesn't.
Can you read Bardic Inspiration to me?
I can.
It's right there on top, isn't it?
It's right here on this side of my sheet.
Oh, okay.
As a bonus action, a creature.
That can hear you within range? Yeah, anyway, so
Yeah.
that doesn't happen.
Okay, can I shout? Come
Confident.
on, Cass!
Confidently incorrect.
You can do it!
If you'd like to shout and use your magical inspiration, you are certainly welcome to
It
do that.
doesn't look like anything.
You don't know
does it?
that.
I've done bardic inspiration 100 times. What does it look
she
like?
should know that. She's used
You
it.
would probably know that if you shout this out into
It looks
an
like
area,
magic?
In
If
a world
you
where
sh-
bards exist, I can see people.
if
knowing
you shout
that's-
this out into this area and your magic affects Kaz, it's very likely that someone who's looking out for things to happen
Sure.
could probably understand that.
Noted.
You can
Okay.
certainly try and see if they don't.
That's okay. I didn't read the hearing part.
It's fine.
That's my bad.
I don't need
Yep.
it.
Okay.
Roll at disadvantage.
Yum motherfuckers. Yum
Hell
motherfuckers.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So it's my turn, right?
It is your turn.
Yeah, I'm rushing.
Do you guys have your mid turn to do something if you want?
Nope.
Any more bits? Anyone else?
Yeah, I'll put 5 on Kaz. Yeah,
Okay, I got
the blue
you.
one.
I got you, my friend.
You running in?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, go for it.
Needs to be good.
You're really keeping a ledger.
That's an at 1.
No.
You slide in to go to stab him, and as you do, you try your best to reach just under his groin to rip up into his sternum, up from the bottom into his sternum and carve from the bottom up. And as you do, once more, he takes a single step back, and you poke with your blade just where the leather is thickest in his torso, and it just sort of lodged in there for a moment. And you pull it out, and he just sort of... Von Mayen on your side, kid. And it wasn't that day either.
What do you mean?
And they weren't that day either. And he holds the crossbow up to your face.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I'm staying right fucking there. Do something.
He pulls the trigger, and it's at disadvantage because he's right next to him.
Yeah.
And because the chat gave you disadvantage.
And the chat.
Well, so I would say that waits until you don't already have disadvantage.
I would agree with
right?
that. I will do the next thing that I don't have disadvantage on.
That's fair.
That is still going to be 23 to hit.
Okay.
What is it, like a plus 20?
No, I'm just rolling well.
Always.
Except for the 2 times that I missed you.
Yeah, that's
That is going to be 7 points of damage.
Okay. As he's aiming that right at my face, I assume, I just want to say, if this is how I die, I'm gonna haunt the shit out of you.
And he pulls the trigger, and your vision goes black as you
Go down.
collapse unconscious.
Yep.
He loads a crossbow. Cheeky bugger.
Stop it!
And he holds it up to him, and he fires, and the bolt and hits just to the right of Kaz. It sticks into the wood. He throws the crossbow down, and he holds his arms out. Seems as though I'm the victor. Can I go back to bed now, Captain? And Horseback just sort of... You letting him live? Not with my time. And he just turns, and he heads back to his cabin. You guys are... the Horseback just sort of holds up her hand and says, Duel is finished. The victor is Richter. Puts her hand down. Let's get an attention to Kaz, please. And you 3 are free to do as you'd like.
Let's go.
Uh,
Help.
Cass,
Healing word.
Certainly.
Take some
You
healing word.
and are brought back to consciousness.
It's
You immediately look around. People have dispersed. A couple people come up to you, Kill, and hold out their hands, give you some money, and you exchange and whatnot.
Yeah, obviously I set the vig at something.
Sure, yeah.
We'll figure out later
You
what I end
acquire
up
like
with.
3 silver, I guess. Yeah, we'll say that. 5 silver. 5 silver. Was
Fuck.
There were so many
I did
golds
something wrong
being
here.
traded around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect.
We'll work it out later.
That's perfect, yeah.
whatever. So.
Right now.
Yeah, you can do rallying cry now. Sure.
Aww.
The pity cry on that one. That's tough.
Yay.
Hey.
Sorry, chat. It's not clear. I'm sure you guys can see how if I allowed that to be
Yeah,
redeemed
sure.
over and over again, then they would never die. So I will fix that. It is only meant to be redeemed once every 10 minutes, which would effectively make it pretty much null for combat. Yeah, except for once.
Wait, so 10 in-game minutes then?
No, 10.
10.
Yeah,
'Cause-
out
Oh,
of
sorry.
It did
Oh,
get
then
redeemed,
that's
so
why-
I can't redeem it yet, but
Okay, so then I'll have to change it to like maybe an hour.
Yeah.
Time?
At most, we have like 2 combats
Yeah, in my
session.
in my head, I'm like, oh yeah, 10 minutes because I was thinking in game. That probably would be the problem.
Yeah.
That's probably what the problem is. Yes,
Gotcha.
I'll change it to like an hour or maybe like once a day or something like that.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, I do the thing. Somehow I ended up with 2 rocks. I don't know how that could have possibly
Yeah,
happened.
anyways.
But I'm like, well,
Okay.
Kaz, I would ask if you were all right, but I know that's not really the appropriate question here.
He let me live.
Well, that was his mistake.
You scared the hell out of him.
He's fucking humiliating, is what it is.
yeah, that was fucked up.
I don't think he
Captain
looks...
Horseback approaches you all. And only physically, she looks down on you all and says, "You fought well. I know that it probably feels pretty shitty. And I understand that. But I hope you understand that he is to be left alone then.
I'm not going to impede on the ship. I won't interact with him, or I won't act aggressively towards him. If I need to help out in the ship and he's there, I won't attack him, I promise you that.
I believe you. I can expect the same from you folk. I am pleased to see that you upheld your end of the bargain. I understand that these things are upsetting. I've seen one other before, and it did not end nearly as calm as this did.
When?
So, here's a go. Right. Well, I don't expect you all to do much on the ship or what have you. You're our guests. Just mind your business. I have to say this, though. I have jurisdiction on my ship, all these things. It is my duty to inform those that should be in the know, at the very least, because we are pretty much within the borders of the Blackweld, that because this duel took place in this province, I do not have jurisdiction outside of my ship. But if it was found out or anything, or should stand to choose to get off the ship or whatever, if you follow him, if you try to go through with whatever you hoped to accomplish here, understand that that will not be seen as a duel or a challenge. It will be seen as a crime. And you will suffer the consequences for it, should you commit this crime. Do I make myself clear?
Understood.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I just want to thank you for being understanding and supportive of what we were trying to do. I want you to have this. And I just give her the second stone that I ended up with.
She just sort of,
It's nothing.
Thank you.
It's nothing really.
Oh,
Just-
okay.
Yeah.
And she just sort of takes it.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to speak with Richter. This was interesting to say the least. So,
Can I, just so you know, I know that we're done here, but he was lying, and he's real good at it. So, just, keep your wits about you.
make a persuasion check.
3.
3. Listen, I appreciate what you're trying to do. I don't know if we'll ever get to the bottom of this or what have you. I'm not saying I don't believe you. This is sort of an impasse. So,
Well, keep your wits about you is never bad advice, Captain.
that is certainly Very true. All right. Well, I will leave you here for now. Try to relax a little bit. And she turns and heads towards the cabins. And actually, I think there is a perfect place to take a little break now that it's 8:05.
Yeah.
So that was tense as fuck.
That was fucking close.
That was crazy.
Oh my God.
We'll be right back in about 10-ish minutes or so. So grab a snack. I'm gonna get a snack. I need to fucking eat something.
hungry.
I'm hungry. So we'll be right back, and we'll see what happens in the rest of this voyage. See you soon.
Welcome back.
All right. We're gonna just jump right back into it, guys. So, the four of you stand on the deck of the Coast Runner, just having witnessed a bloody little battle between party drinks, of course. Oh yeah, shit. Word up.
All this talk.
Word up.
We're
Yeah,
gonna
we
wait
literally
till
just
we
talked
get
about
back.
that. Fuck it.
I
We're
redeemed it.
back.
That was me.
Well, we need a drink right now. So
I need a fucking drink after this.
yes, word.
I wonder if I can put. Nope.
You witnessed a That's all right. You got it.
It's
You
gonna hold
witnessed
it.
a bloody little battle between your companion Sirikaz Thelani and his arch nemesis. Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm drunk. His arch nemesis, Eric Richter Stant. Kaz was defeated, but his life was spared. Take that as you will. Here you stand on the front or the top of the deck. The day is yours.
Well, where do you go from there? My goodness.
I think he's gonna need some time. Why don't we let him breathe?
All right.
I kind of like lead us away.
Okay.
Can we go look for dolphins?
Make a perception check. buddy.
Okay.
This is now a whale watching boat.
5.
5. You look around, and it's pretty fucking cold here. No dolphins, unfortunately.
I've never really, other than my first trip on a boat, never really been to the ocean. I was always hoping to see some sort of sea creature. Haven't really seen any yet.
just kind of quietly, just yes.
If this, well,
Although I guess you're sort of a sea being, aren't you?
yeah, kind of. I'm amphibious.
It's funny because you have some mammalian parts.
The nipple.
It's
So I do.
unexpected. I didn't know.
Are you talking about my nipples?
I am.
What?
Right, sorry. I hope that's not inappropriate.
No, I mean they're for the world to see.
It's never an appropriate time to talk about me.
It's my gift to the world, you know. Just
Though this might be it, if I'm being honest.
we put some distance between Kaz at
Yeah,
this
we've
point.
walked away.
Oh yeah,
We're not having this conversation right here.
No. He's not moving, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna come back from that. Actually,
He will. He just needs some time and privacy so he can restore his dignity.
You just hear.
That seems right.
Very good.
We should, obviously we should give him some space, but I think that we should be, in light of events, we should be extra careful, maybe not leave him alone, in case, our friend decides to, do something else.
I mean, if he was gonna take a shot, he had it.
I suppose that's true.
You know, he had the shot and he had permission. So I think we're okay there. It's just I wonder
What
why
an
he didn't.
asshole, am I right?
Yeah, I know. I wonder why he didn't take it. The ultimate slap in the face, to be honest.
I suppose.
I'd rather have him be alive and slapped in the face.
Why don't you ask Kaz how he feels? I think in the long run, you might be right, but
Poor guy.
yeah.
He is an asshole.
Well,
Oh well.
we should all take a breather.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm just gonna kind of meander about the ship. You know, it's kind of past the time.
Kaz?
Yeah.
Not moving. I'm just right where I am.
For the sake of brevity, the day goes by. Not much happens on the ship. Everyone sort of has this air of, do we do what we usually do? Can I have fun? Do I crack a joke? I don't understand how to go about this still palpable tension in the air. No one bothers you, Kaz. No one really converses with any of you, besides, between your own conversations. And eventually, you see the dark clouds in the sky towards the end of the afternoon, and Kill, you smell it in the air. The rainfall is going to come. Not necessarily a storm, but just some very heavy rainfall for a few moments. And eventually you all hear that scattering of water crash against the wooden deck of the ship, and that shower of a torrential downpour washes over you all, and you can see it a little ways into the distance, and it pours on you. Drips all the way through you. Do you guys stay on the top of the deck, or do you begin to move under?
I'll go under.
Yeah, I think I enjoy the rain for a few seconds, and then I go down.
Kill.
Yeah, I'll hang with you guys.
Kaz.
I don't move.
The rain washes over you, Sirakaz, and you close your eyes for a moment, and it almost feels like it disappears around you. And this burning feeling begins to envelop your body. And in that darkness, behind your eyelids, once again, you find yourself in that black marble room. This chapel altar, these pews behind you, this black candle. And you see standing just on the other side of this altar is the visage of a man, a tiefling. Looks just like you.
I approach slowly, wordlessly.
You have failed.
What of it?
Sometimes it is not a swift strike. Sometimes it is a slow burn. Do not forget this. Sirakaz Theloni. Let it fester. Let this wound never heal. Remember it. Let it will you on. And when the time is right, burn him. Char him to ash and scatter him into the ocean.
I'll erase his name from history. He will be destroyed in ways that one cannot describe.
That's my boy. I will see you soon. Enjoy my gifts. And you open your eyes and you feel that rain water slap against your face, and you instinctively twitch a little bit as another moment passes, and it seems that dark cloud passes over the ship, and that smell of recent rainwater sort of fills the area around you, and you just feel this deep fire within you flickering.
Is it? I thought you were gonna say that this was something.
That's it.
I sort of. And I walk back to the chambers.
I would assume eventually you arrive back at your room, or are you in the hallway?
I'm in the hallway for a little bit.
You all hear the rain pass from inside the cabin.
If I think they're switching over shifts or anything, I might go asking wherever I see maybe people, because I know there's not nameplates on the bedroom doors or whatever. I might ask a couple people,
Hey, do you know which room is Jameson's room, or where he sleeps?
Okay. Kaz, are you remaining in the hallway, or?
Yeah. If I can catch Stant again, not in any sort of aggressive way, but if I can get a chance to talk to him, I'm going to.
You leave the room, Cassander, and you notice Kaz just sort of posted up against the wall in the hallway. And you pass by. You walk up to the top of the deck. And it is deep into the afternoon. Close to the end of the evening, the sun is just beginning to set itself. And you actually catch Zeph. And you ask about the whereabouts of Jameson, and he says, well, I believe you should be taking on the night shift pretty soon. So if you wait about an hour or so, I'm sure you'll run into him.
Oh, sorry, I don't want to run into him. I just wanted to sort of leave him a little note, at his room. Would that be alright?
Sure, I guess.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I don't mind.
Do you know where he hangs about?
I believe he's staying somewhere down in the cabins.
Right, I was sort of hoping for a particular cabin.
Right. I don't really know which one he stays in, to be honest with you. I guess you could just hang around to see which one he comes out of.
That's a good eye. Alright, good call.
Yeah.
Alright, so if you see me sort of lurking downstairs...
Yeah, I got it.
Alright,
Nice.
it's not weird.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Also, I think you said you wanted to know when, the...
Yes.
Whatever, about an hour or so, like I said. So.
Okay, good.
Yep.
Thanks.
Could you let Kill know that I think he owes me, like, a gold from, like, the different sort of situation around.
I'll definitely
I don't
tell
know
him.
how the money sort of went about or whatever.
It got a little weird because some people were putting in rocks.
Yeah, I don't really understand how that happened.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I still took my drink on the rocks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask him about it.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Yeah,
At the very least, maybe just he can come around and play a couple cards or whatever and just
For
put it
sure.
forward.
that makes sense.
Sure.
Absolutely. I'll go tell him.
Right. Okay. Well, Von May with you.
Right. Bye. Kill.
I say, walking back to where you are.
Yeah.
Is that
Jen
what...
just teleports everywhere.
I do.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have to. I walk over.
Well, I don't know. Maybe Garrett wants to stop you and say something.
Oh, that's true.
Probably not, but I just
No,
wanna make sure.
God, no.
Okay. Never, not once.
God, no.
I am
Why
so
would I want-
disconnected from everything right now.
Hey, Kill.
Yeah.
Zeph wants you to... Well, he thinks you owe him a gold from the earlier bets, but he says it's okay as long as you play in the card games later. You can sort of pay it forward that way.
Why would I? Didn't he bet on Kaz too?
I don't know.
That's what I wrote down.
He said something got a little funky with the math.
Well, I mean that wouldn't surprise me, but I don't see how I would owe him money if he bet on the wrong guy.
No, just like... Oh, he bet on Kaz.
Yeah.
That's an interesting
Yeah.
point.
Zev on Kaz, Jack on Kaz, then a random guy. That's his official name. I don't know where he's from. Bet on Stant, and then another guy also bet on. Everybody was betting on Kaz, so I was trying to drum up excitement for Stant. But for the most part, everybody just lost, and that one random dude got real fucking rich.
Oh. Okay, well maybe he's...
Jack bet on Stan.
Oh, did he? I thought both of them bet on.
Jack bet on Stan.
Okay, so Zev's full of shit.
Oh.
Maybe it's an honest mistake.
Did I catch his name wrong? Was I talking to Jack?
No,
just
you're
now?
talking to Zeph.
Oh, maybe.
Is he trying to play me? Is this like the game?
It might
Is this
be.
the game between the game?
In which case, I don't feel bad about using our special dice when we go to play with them.
Oh, you're finally gonna. Okay, yeah. Well, I hope this helps get you kicked off, and I give you the other rock.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
You just have a knack for finding special little things. Thanks.
Yes, I do.
That's really cute. Okay. I'm gonna go wait out in the hallway.
I can't help but feel like she set me up for that one.
Hell you.
It's like, do you even think I'm cute?
So, Kiss, you wait in the hallway, and about 10 feet away from you is Kaz, also waiting in the hallway. You're both just sort of there.
Intently not paying attention.
Correct.
No, I'm just like.
Anybody ever teach you how to play Jacob's Ladder?
What?
Fun little game with a piece of string.
No,
You want to learn?
not really.
Okay. I just figured sitting in the hallway. It's a nice, activity for dexterous people. Or a cutie catcher. I can make you one.
Kiss, I appreciate what you're trying to do. I cannot overstate how much it's not the fucking time for it.
You're just going to sit in silence in the hallway.
"10 years. Kiss. For 10 fucking years, this man was my hell. And it's been 10 years and I've gotten so much fucking stronger. And he doesn't have the fucking decency to kill me.
Don't you think he sort of did that on purpose? So that you'd do exactly what you're doing now? One more way to torture you, which he clearly enjoys.
That's what I'm fucking saying.
He's a sadist.
I'm just that fucking kid in the chest again.
No, you're not.
I never left.
That's not true. You're not a victim. You know what I mean? You're more than that.
I don't see how right now.
Are you kidding? You're a fearsome pirate. You've saved an island full of people from all sorts of danger.
And I can't kill one fucking coward.
One guy.
With a hand crossbow. It's the fucking... It's the golf pencil of fucking crossbows.
Crossbow OP.
Look. There's nothing shameful about having been hurt by this man. And I know it would feel good to get your revenge, and I still sort of hope that for you someday, but sometimes revenge doesn't come in the way we expect.
Did you hear him right at the end there?
What did he say?
He admitted to it. He said Von May is not with you, and he wasn't that day either. Something like that.
I think it's a bit rich if he thinks Von May's on his side.
I had him on the ropes. I had him right fucking there.
I know. You fought very bravely. The toughest fight anyone could have been expected to fight.
I'm gonna figure out something. I can't let him go. I can't do it.
Look, when we get to the island, let's deal with it then. Not before.
I gave my word to Sydney. I'm not doing anything on the boat.
Good. Good. And you don't have to do it alone. You had to out there, but you don't have to anymore. Be more than happy to help you dispatch him.
I imagine you would. I think anyone who believes my story should want him fucking dead.
Maybe they do. Others?
Maybe. Hopefully. But I want to be the one to do it.
I know.
I'm gonna head to bed, I think.
You gonna be alright?
Good night's sleep will do me good.
I agree. Can't hurt.
the look Michaela gave me for that. It's a joke, you see. About
Yeah. I got
long
it.
rest.
Yeah.
Get some rest.
You turn and head back towards the cabin. And as you do, you take a step forward and you hear and a footstep. And Jameson steps out of his room.
Hi, Jameson.
You bitch.
You're right, idiot. Kaz, you move off to the room, I assume.
Yeah, I'm just getting into bed.
I believe you, Kaz.
Jameson. Oh. Hi. Good afternoon.
You too. Where are you off to tonight?
Same place.
Really? They've not got you on the. They've not got you on the poop deck this time.
No, my post is the crow's nest for the most part.
But you said you sometimes switch.
Sometimes.
Not today.
Nope.
All right. Well, I hope you see something fun in the stars.
Yeah, I guess.
Look for the constellations and stuff.
Okay.
I'm sure you do that already.
Yeah, it gets kind of boring up there.
Do you ever practice your alchemy stuff when you're alone up on the mast?
You mean my Arcanum?
I know you said you wanted to be an alchemist.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I can't really do that. I don't have my components or anything, so.
Sure. Makes sense. All right. I didn't mean to heckle you. Go on.
Okay. And he just sort of, like, walks by you, like, a little confused.
Bye.
You now know what room Jameson stays in.
Is he
you
gone?
little creep.
Mhm.
Yeah, he
Is he
is
gone?
gone.
I'm gonna sneak into his room.
Oh my god.
Thanks.
Wow.
Eat your food.
You've already masterfully seduced him.
That's not what I'm going into.
I'm gonna get naked and get in his bed.
That's not why I'm going in there. Stop. No. By the way, what is Jameson? Is he human? Okay, we never talked about it.
I think you mentioned.
I don't remember where I am right now, by the way.
You're in the cabin.
Am I in the cabin?
I'm off on a secret mission.
Indigo, kill. Kaz enters the room. A little sulkily.
Oh, am I in the room?
Did you say that you were?
No, I didn't. I think I was gonna actually kind of like spend a
You
little
did.
time.
You did say you were gonna meander the ship. That's my bad.
Did I? Okay, I don't actually
You did.
remember what I said.
So you're meandering the ship. Wait. Kill. Kaz.
Yeah. I do believe you, by the way. He's really fucking good at lying, but I could see it.
I imagine it'd be hard to hide a child on a ship if you aren't. I appreciate it though.
I guess it's like scary levels of. Like I've been watching Kiss live for a while, and she's not that good at it.
She does all.
Like this guy's really kind of changed the whole scale of what I even thought was possible. You know, in comparison, I mean. Damn.
I
like
don't really want to hear about how good he is at lying right now.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Just you know, where I come from, fights are gruesome, but they're at least honorable, and I'll give you that today. You fought honorably. I know you might be regretting that choice right now, but
I only regret one move right at the end.
yeah, you really went for the taint. I saw that.
I just
It's a weird
want
choice.
to stab him right in his tiny little fucking wiener.
Yeah, like any of the ribs, neck, stomach.
I don't
you
know.
know,
I can't.
any of those might have been easier shots, but you really. But hey, you know, I was impressed by the move. I really,
Fought honorably.
I appreciated the gumption in that particular strike.
Rip his cock right off.
I gotta get back into like sulk mode. I'm making too many jokes.
Wiener.
I fucked you up with the
With the tape remark.
yeah.
I think that's really what got me.
ribbon kiss. You know, is what it is.
Imagine someone joining the stream just now.
It really,
Oh, I want to rip his cock off, man.
it really went for the taint. You know, it's
right that tank right there.
I know.
Hi, Mom
But
and
actually,
Dad.
fun fact is my taint is fully reinforced.
Stop. I'm not there.
The shell goes all the way under.
Or
So if you're ever fighting a turtle, that's free advice for you.
I'm probably not ever gonna. I'm gonna go to bed. I can't fucking.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
I am
It goes all the way up.
absolutely
All the
fuming.
way, all the way around.
Word.
The undercarriage
Where does it
doesn't get soft until you get fully into the balls. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
The taint.
Kill, can you leave or be quiet, please? I like to imagine that you just
keeps talking.
Yeah. Just
I double check every
Oh yeah,
time.
he's like, yeah, I'm right.
I'm definitely right.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Hey, good fucking luck. So sweet dreams. I'll go ahead and leave.
Okay. Kiss.
Yes.
Go ahead and so you check the door.
Yeah.
The door's open.
Mhm.
You crack it open. As you do, you sort of turn behind you and you shut it, and you look around. Make a perception check.
I will.
What are you trying to?
Is Jameson's door open when I leave the room, or did she close it?
She closed it behind her.
8.
8. Is there anything that you're looking for?
Well, first, I guess, are there other people in there? I mean, I hope not.
You look around, and yeah, this is a bunked like
Sure.
cabin situation, like what you
Barracks.
guys are in.
Mm-hmm.
Another very handsome Pete. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. There are a couple other gentlemen in here that are still in the process of just, sleeping and resting.
Gotcha.
You notice Stant is one of the men that sleeps in this room.
Fantastic. Awesome.
There's another 2 fellows that are. There's 4 bunks, or 2 bunks, 4 beds. That makes sense, right? 1 bunk is 2 beds. Yeah. 2 bunks, 4 beds. Stant is on the bottom on the left. Jameson seemingly sleeps just above him, and then the other 2 are also filled. You don't know these men.
Hello, Eric.
He's asleep.
Oh, he's asleep.
I just said they were all sleeping.
Sorry.
Okay.
So you walked into a sleeping man's room. Hello, Eric.
Sorry.
God damn.
Lost control of the sentence.
The full.
I stab him in the wiener. Yeah.
I'm here and I'm paying attention.
This is my sulky episode.
Screaming out of my lungs. Oh, did I wake you up? No, that doesn't happen every night. Bitch, motherfucker.
In that case, I'm sorry. I was picturing them all awake and like staring at me when I came in. So
That'd be really fun.
No, they're
it'd be bad.
again. They are all still in the process of sleeping.
Sure. Makes sense. Okay, then can I very sneakily, very subtly, I will write out a little note to Jameson that just says like, "Hey, hope you get to High Reef faster than you expected." And I leave a little note in a little bag of money, and there are 10 gold in it, and I'm gonna shove it in his pillowcase.
Okay. Yeah. You don't need to roll the stealth to write the note, but to sneak over to his bed, which is up above Stand. So you'd have to climb up into it.
Oh, he's on
and
the
do
top
that.
bunk?
I just said
I
that.
know.
Jenna, please,
I'm
please just listen.
You got that,
So
you got that
sorry.
big thick jack.
Yeah, you got big dick Dax. You got it. Go for it. You want to try it?
Sure.
Okay, roll with advantage. They're asleep.
Sure. What am I? I'm stealth right
You're
now?
stealth. Hell yeah, baby.
Yeah. Okay.
Nat 1, you
23.
just fall on Stan.
Fall and stab him through the throat.
Oops.
It was an accident.
I knew that.
You very slowly, very deftly, one by one, on each of the wooden rungs, you climb up and hoist yourself onto the top of the bed. You take a step, it does creak just ever so slightly, and you stop and you pull back on your weight. And because you are a halfling, you distribute your weight ever so slightly to the point where you are no longer really putting too much pressure on it. You take the note in the bag and you slip it under his pillow. And you slip out.
Nice, thank you.
Kill. Kiss walks right out of this room, right in front of you.
Hey.
Hey,
What you up to?
oh, just snooping around.
Oh, you feel like snooping?
I like snooping a lot.
Well, you gotta tell me when you feel like doing something fun. I'm bored.
Fair enough.
Nothing to do. I can't go for a swim, or they'll just leave without me.
Don't I know it?
Yeah.
Well, aren't they supposed to be starting games soon?
Yeah, dusk. I guess.
That's
yeah.
about now, isn't it?
We're getting pretty close.
Well, why don't we go up there? See if there's any games being played.
I'll tell you what. I would like to I'm just checking components on the spell real quick.
I would like to
I would
rage.
like to rage.
I can't because I'm a barbarian, but I'd like to.
I'm
or I'm not a
anyways.
barbarian.
I'm going to rage.
I'm raging right now.
I'm doing a raid.
I'm a barbarian like Garvin Gubin was a barbarian.
Nah, but Gavin.
That he was a druid.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. That is correct.
Can I
But we thought he was for a second.
Can I Is there anybody else out in the hallway right now?
No.
Can I cast Pass Without Trace?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus 10 to stealth.
Yeah. For you too.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
and me. Why don't you see if you can stealth all the way up into the? Do we even know where the gaming stuff happens? Is there like a mess hall or something where they mentioned? I don't remember. Okay.
That would have been good info to know.
Yeah. Well, why don't you start looking around and I'll see if I can find you.
Smart.
Okay.
Sneak.
I'll wait for her to kind of like go off.
Where are you heading off to?
Oh, well, I guess the deck.
Sure.
I feel like that's
Sneak
what
off
I
into the deck.
Man, if you gave me Pass Without Trace, I'd have plus 21 to stealth.
That's insane.
Jesus.
I'm gonna
Plus
go into
21.
the room that she just came out of.
Okay. You slowly open the door. Shut it behind her, or shut it behind yourself.
Yeah.
Hey, Eric.
Hello, Eric.
No, I'm just
Eric
sad
on the
because I
bottom
realized she
bunk.
didn't tell me that she gave him money, and I really wanted to take the money.
That's really funny.
So I'm trying to decide if I even had any motivation to come in here in the first place.
Yeah, the only motivation would be like,
Well, you do
why
know
was
she
Kiss
sneaking
in there?
Yeah, and you
Yeah,
know,
okay.
you're a curious guy.
Yeah, I'll just
You're
go
a
in there.
little
I'll
curious
sneak in
sport.
there. Plus, I'm sneaky now.
Fuck it, yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'll sneak. I'll sneak into the room.
You look around. You see one empty top bunk, two filled on the right, and Stan sleeping in the bottom leftmost.
That is where they are.
That is where they are.
Isn't this like right next door too?
It's literally right across from
That's fucked.
Yeah.
You can
I
probably
begin
hear him
carving a
snoring.
glory hole in the wall.
Jesus Christ.
No.
It's one of those.
Yeah, I'll
episodes.
just kind of like tiptoe around and just like get a good look and see if anybody's got anything interesting
Make a
going
stealth
on.
check with advantage. And plus 10.
Yeah, what the?
Two net ones.
I rolled a 5 and a 4, but
Oh
that's
my
still
word.
that's still
10.
16.
Still 16, okay. Good to know.
Yeah. And they're sleeping, so I
They
hope
are
their
sleeping.
passive isn't
They
that
are
high.
sleeping, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just kind of looking
Snooping around. What are you looking for?
I guess like
Money,
yeah,
money, money.
Kiss was in here and just came back out and was looking proud of herself. So I'm trying to figure out like what could she have done.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
You literally learned about capitalism a month ago, and now you're stealing.
16.
16. You look about, just sort of
Rolled
like
a natural 15 and a natural 4, and it was the same number.
incredible. Jesus Christ. You look about this room very deftly, and there seems to be a handful of like a handful as in 4 in particular like lock boxes. Each just for like the end of the beds and whatnot. One on one side of the bunk, one on the other side of the bunk. You assume these are the belongings of the denizens of this cabin. And there are 2 desks in this room as well, 2 chairs, just at the far end, and then a small little cabin little window that you can look out into the
porthole.
The little porthole for the crashing waves and whatnot of the Cerulean Ocean. There doesn't seem to be anything like interesting around here. The only other place you haven't looked are like directly at the gentlemen in the beds or the beds themselves.
Okay. Are the chests that hold their belongings, are they like big, heavy, weighted? Or are they sort of like more
Relatively, they're
small?
like foot lockers. They're not like the usual. It's not like the chest that you found when you were treasure hunting or anything. But like
Just
I mean,
they're just like wood chests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
big enough to house like a bunch of belongings.
Do they appear to be affixed to either the bed or the floor?
No, they seem to be free.
Okay. Do they have an obvious lock on them?
No, they just have a little latch.
Can I attempt to see if I can open the chest that seems to be related to Eric?
You don't know which one is related to who.
Oh, they're not by the beds.
They are by the beds. One is at the one. So if the bunks are here,
Mhm.
right? there's a top bunk, bottom bunk.
Yep.
There's one chest here and one chest on the other side.
I see.
So nothing that indicates.
So I would know 2 of the 4 could.
You would know that these 2 definitely belong to these 2, and vice versa. But you don't know which of the 2 belongs to which of.
Can I just attempt to open the chest on the stand side closer to the door?
Yeah, no problem.
Or closer to wherever I am right now.
Yeah,
I guess.
it's closer to the door, no problem. So you slowly and deftly, and you look about. This does seem to be, as far as you can tell, Stant's belongings. There are a handful of extra crossbow bolts. There's a pouch with what seems to be a decent amount of gold in it. You sift through and you can count at the very least, just a quick little glance, at the very least like 12 or 15 gold. And then there are other bits of clothing and whatnot. You do notice that he's still wearing his leathers.
Still wearing his leathers. To be clear, there's no child in the.
There is no child in this.
There are no other.
That's not where he'd be.
Trafficked children.
There are no trafficked children in this locker. No.
All right, but nothing that seems terribly interesting. Certainly not the gold. That doesn't seem terribly interesting. Okay, I'll just close it back up, and yeah, I guess I'll just make my way out.
Sure.
Yeah.
No worries.
I feel pleased with myself.
Alrighty.
That I was able to sneak around, but that sneaky kiss did something in here. I can't tell what it is.
You sent me to go hide and seek on the ship, so that's where I am.
Yep. Exactly.
And Indigo, I assume you're on like the top deck or whatever at this point.
Yeah, I'm kind of like going around, like I kind of want to socialize with people, and try to. I mean, I guess people who aren't, busy working.
Okay.
But I want to try to sort of gauge how people feel about what happened. Like if people are like on Kaz's side or like on Stan's side, just kind of trying to, or just like indifferent to the whole like situation.
Sure. Go ahead and just give me
A tea check, please.
what's the T, everybody? Go ahead and give me a general insight check.
What's the TDC? Insight. 10.
So you ask around and you try to get a good gauge of like how people feel. A lot of people are just sort of like confused about the whole situation. Like they know this guy is Richter. They have never known him to do anything but his job, or anything like that, or whatever. And it's just sort of like very weird that this happened out of nowhere. Like some guys are like, yeah, it was pretty exciting, but like I don't really understand or anything like that. Jack, in particular, the guy who bet on Stant, does say, yeah, it makes no sense to me. I can't believe that he would do something like that. I mean, the guy's been like the coolest. Like he helps us all out. Like he's been giving all us tips. I mean, he's been showing me how to shoot. I got a crossbow from him. He gave me and a couple bolts and whatnot. Like I don't know. I'm not, no offense, but like whatever your friend was saying. I mean, I think he's got the wrong guy.
Interesting.
Fuck.
I love how you.
Fuck you, motherfucker.
I love how you just wear anything.
As he's wearing his Navy uniform.
Oh my god, his Navy uniform.
You're so brave to be out here looking like you
It's
look.
way past fall. It's way past Labor Day.
You shouldn't be
And
wearing
yet
that
you
much
wear
white.
white.
It's
Holy
really brave
fuck,
of
that's
you.
funny. Yes, wonderful.
That's such a good indigo.
That's so
brand.
good. At this point, a handful of the men are in the process of shifting shifts. Kaz, if you're not fully asleep or anything by this point, you do hear the rabble of like people getting out of the rooms and like making their way and whatnot. But eventually, you all see that there's pretty much the full extent of like the crew and the navalmen and whatnot on the ship. On the deck, some of them are setting up like tables and whatnot, and small chairs, and apparently this all sort of happens on the deck itself. Luckily, the rain has stopped. It's still a little dewy, but they'll probably still play cards, maybe at one table, and most of everything else might be throwing dice and all that jazz. The three of you do notice Stant emerge from the cabins and whatnot, and just sort of and he actually marks the three of you and just sort of looks you over, and then turns and heads over towards a small group of people at a table who are setting up. Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
He ignores you and just continues.
Cool. Yeah, he's good.
Damn, that motherfucker's good.
Can I find is Captain Sydney out and about? Or is she maybe at the helm?
Sydney.
Eric says what?
Sydney.
Child slaver says what?
Sydney was not at the helm at the time, but she's sort of schmoozing a little bit with the men and whatnot, and it seems as though she's in the process of heading in for the night.
Okay.
But you can stop her if you like.
Yeah. Yeah. Just it doesn't have to be now, but I just had a question.
What can I help you with?
If you don't mind. Well, I imagine you're out here sailing the seas. Navigation is obviously, part of your job.
Correct.
I found this map of the island of Moore, where we're coming from, and it had a stamp on it. And I'm a bit of a kind of a hobbyist when it comes to map making myself, and so I figure it's probably the person that drew it. And I was just curious if maybe you would recognize it or know where it might have come from. And I'll show it to her.
She takes a look at it.
AH stands for Eric Hastan.
The H is silent the whole time. Very good.
Jesus Christ.
Eric
Hastan. Hastan.
Oh, hi, Mar.
Oh, hi, Mark. Or Moira Rose from
Either one.
Eric Hastan. David. Okay, so she takes a look at it and looks at the stamp, and she just sort of, I'm sorry, I don't recognize that. I'm familiar with a few cartographers, but none with those initials, or I'm assuming they're initials.
Yeah, okay.
So, sorry about that.
Anyone in the Blackwell I might connect with?
I mean, we're stopping at one of the Crown Sports. Maybe someone there.
Okay.
If you go a little further in, I don't know what your travel plans are, but you could probably check out either Aberlock, there might be someone there, or Bettensport. That's a ways further north. That would take you quite a bit to get there.
Okay.
But there are a handful of other places, but Aberlock is just sort of the
closer one
near the Crown Sport. So,
and this can obviously wait till tomorrow, but do you happen to have any extra extra maps laying around that I could maybe?
Sure. Yes, actually. Give me a moment. And she, for the sake of brevity, goes, speaks to someone, comes back, and she hands you.
You received a key item.
That's right.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
Ta-da!
Wow.
Well, if it isn't Petrichor.
Well, if it isn't,
I think I forgot to swap the camera up there, so you might want to hold it up to the
chat. You
to
just
the party because I don't know if it's the battle map's dead.
You just wait your turn. Okay.
We'll post this in the Discord.
You just wait your turn.
If you guys want to see it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So join the Discord, y'all.
That's very
So there's the Scorched Coast. Moore is not on this map. I assume this would be to the south.
That's the entirety of Naledian. I can actually point out more.
Oh, so here's the Sud-West Isles.
Mm-hmm. So more is the larger one.
Ah, so this is more.
This is more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, cool.
We're sailing where?
You are sailing to. There's a point in the yes, that is the Crown's Port in the Blackwell.
Very cool. Nice.
Cool.
Wow. Nice map.
Thanks.
That's a beautiful map.
Thank you.
If you want to hand it to me after, I can go take a picture of it.
Yeah.
in Discord.
Oh hell yeah!
Drop that in the Discord. Thank you, Miguel.
I made it myself, everybody. So if you like it,
Did good.
I did that.
You did.
I stained it with coffee.
That's how
You're
long
good,
did,
yeah.
How long did that take you?
To draw or to stain?
Either way.
Drawing took me probably a total of like an afternoon, maybe.
Nice.
Because you did have the last map to.
Yeah, I based it off of the last map. I just changed a handful of things to make it a little bit better.
I did notice.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. That's very helpful. I really appreciate it.
No worries. Everything's all right. Yes.
He's not taking
As
it too
much as
well, but
can imagine.
he seems to be, I think he's resigned to honor his word to you.
Good.
So
I spoke to Richter. He keeps to his business. I don't not believe you. He doesn't seem to understand the situation. He asserts that your friend was mistaken, and that's why he didn't kill him. He has no quarrel with him. That's all I can say.
Yeah, he's very good at what he does. Hiding his motives.
Straight shooter, that's why we keep him around.
Well, yeah, anyway, we've been through this, but yeah. Well, yeah, I won't keep you from your rest.
Thank you.
Yeah, enjoy your night.
You as well. Yeah. Don't get, just between you and me, the boys, you're new. Just keep your wits about you, and if you're going to play some of the games, they like
What was that advice? You've been listening.
Yeah.
Okay, I appreciate you.
But seriously, if you decide to play some of the games, just they don't.
Boys get a little wily.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
So.
All right, I can get a little wily too. You know?
All right. Well,
I've been itching for a little.
Okay.
action.
Well, so I don't want another challenge happening around here.
No duels for me.
Okay.
No.
Thank
No. I would take the final blow.
Oh.
So.
What?
Good to know. The what?
And if it's a little girl, forget about it.
I'll beat the fuck out of that.
I heard I would take the final blow, and I thought like I would die. Like it took me a second to realize what you meant. Yeah.
True. All right. So she nods to you. Hell yeah. And she heads down to her.
I have advantage against
quarters.
Little girls.
And when I say her captain's quarters, she goes to the locked or the barred doors, and she does like she knocks a couple times, and then she just sort of presses against it. And
by the way, was I able to get the School of Magic on the brooch?
Yes, it is enchantment.
I'm still hiding and seeking on the boat, running around.
Okay.
Do I see anything interesting while I'm dashing about? I'm still.
Well, more importantly, where are you seeking?
These are all great points. I guess I was looking for are there a cluster of dudes playing cards anywhere?
Now that everyone has shown up. The first table to be set and started is the table that Stant is at, along with a couple other folk. Jack is one of them, and two other. Actually, the two gentlemen that you recognize from their cabin. So. Jameson seems to be up in the crow's nest. And other gentlemen are starting dice games and other things too. So
there's a dice table. I would sit at it.
Sure. There's not a dice table, but people are playing on the floor and just sort of sat cross-legged or sat on their knees and just tossing things and whatnot.
A dicey table?
A dicey table. A little dicey table.
I'm out.
I would probably come find pointedly not the table that Stant or Jack are at, but I'd go to one of the dice games and be like, "So you're playing dice? What on earth is that?"
One of them looks up. What? One of them looks up at you, and it's actually
what material plane is that?
Yes. And it's actually Zeph, and he looks up and he says, "Oh, we take a couple of these little objects here. They all have 6 sides on them. The 2 of these. We shake them up, and then we cast lots on what is going to show up. So the numbers are 1 through 6. Total can be 12. The lowest can be 2. You can call. Obviously, the most common number that can come up would be 7 mathematically, and then the least likely are 2 6s or 2 1s.
So it's all random then. There's no real skill involved. It's sort of random chance.
That is correct. Yes, that's the point of gambling.
I'm wonderful at this game.
Oh, I love it. Wonderful. Well, sit down. Here we go. Let us cast. And it's just a game. It's just a game of dice. You can call your numbers and whatnot, bet as much as you'd like, and see how it happens.
I'll play some games.
Sure, go for it. What are the rest of you doing?
Am I at the same dice table as Indigo?
At this point, I would probably say yes.
The dice portion of the
dice
area.
If you were already sitting at one, I'd probably come join whatever table you're at.
I would say,
"Oh, would anyone mind if we used these dice? They're really pretty, I think, and I don't know. You can test them and make sure that they're to your liking. But I've been really dying to use them for a long time. I got them as a special gift."
Zeph just sort of looks at them.
Could not be more suspicious.
See what not. He reaches out and another hand grabs them immediately, and he's sort of like a slightly larger man with tousled curly brown hair, the sides of his head of which are shaved like very close down. And he's got this big burly mustache. And he just goes, "No, wait a minute. I've got to test him out first."
Absolutely.
And Zeph just looks at him and he goes, "All right, Sammy." And the big burly Sammy boy takes him and he goes, and he just and lets them just fall out of his hands, and they roll 2d6.
Okay. Now with charlatans die, they only come across a certain number if I like will them to come across that number. Is that how they work?
Do you want
I
to
gotta
read
read the
your
descriptions?
item?
Yeah, I do. And I would if I could. No, here's the thing. What it says on the thing, it says it's only 1 die, but I know that's not true because back when you gave them to me, it was 2.
That's okay. It can
So-
be 2 die.
You
I
have
know.
2 of that one.
You have 2 of the charlatan die.
You're right.
Sure.
Exactly. And I remember that it said that you pick basically the sum that it comes to. You don't pick
I-
the individual
yes,
numbers.
I will.
Do you have to roll them to do that, or can you?
That's a great question.
Okay.
What do you mean?
No,
So he's
I mean,
looking
no,
up
you
the
wouldn't have
No,
description.
you don't have to. Anyone can roll them. But also,
I don't not believe you.
no, I was going to ask a secondary question, which is
go
that
for it.
if I just like don't will a number, then do they just work like regular dice?
That's
or do I
correct.
have to will a number every time? Like I just make up a.
We tested him.
Whenever
Okay.
you
Oh, that's right.
whenever you roll
Mm.
these 6-sided die, you can control what number it rolls. It
Oh, I see.
requires attunement. So whenever anybody else rolls it, it's going to be random. Whenever you roll it, it will be whatever combination you choose.
Good call.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I did roll 7, a 5 and a 2.
Do you want it to be? Oh well,
This was-
I'm having you roll for Sammy.
Yeah.
So and he goes 7s. Hold on. It takes him. I'll roll them this time.
Sure.
Just 5. All right. I want to be sure. Snake eyes. Good thing we didn't start yet.
What does snake eyes mean?
That means you lose.
You
Unless you call it.
Wait, so what's the rules?
Snake eyes means something different.
Okay.
If you roll them and you didn't call it, then you lose all your money.
Your whole pot.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you call them and you don't roll them, then you lose all your money.
Really?
But if you call them and then you roll them, then you get triple your money.
No way.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking cool.
That's really cool.
Like
Back out this
this.
guy instead of Stamp.
Oh, 6s. We're not starting yet. That would have been
Does sixes
shitty because I
mean-
called Snake Eyes.
Does that mean anything? 6.
Yeah, it's just the highest thing. It's also similar to Snake Eyes, but because they're ones, you know, it's spooky. You can win the most if you bet on them, but if you roll them, you don't lose the most. That's Snake Eyes.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
So, the best strategy would be to.
Call 7s because it's the most common number, but you don't make the most when you get them.
But the biggest pot is 6s or 1s?
Yes.
Oh, both.
Well, depends.
Sure.
But if you call the 1s and you get the 1s, it's the biggest pot.
Gotcha.
But the 6s, if you call them and you get them, that's like pretty much just the same, but a little smaller.
Very special.
Yeah.
Is there like a minimum bet, or can you just participate with whatever you've got?
Yeah, minimum bet's 1 silver.
Okay, I can do that. For sure.
Wonderful. Right then, let's get started. And Kaz, are you doing anything in particular?
Yeah, actually, once I hear everyone start to move around, is there like a cargo portion of the ship?
Yeah.
I would like to sneak my way there.
Sure. You head out of your cabin and you make your way down the hall further. There's a door at the end of the hall. You're pretty
By the way-
positive. Yes.
I'd like to interject. When I cast Pass Without Trace, I didn't say this, so you can say no. But I did intend for it to also impact Kaz, and it does. I don't have to be able to see them. It just has to be within 30
That's
feet.
fine. How long does it last?
1 hour.
Okay.
So if
yeah,
it's,
then
we're
you
still in
get
the
your pass
window,
without
then
a trace as well.
Okay.
Does it go through? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter
Yeah,
if you.
just
it's
as
just in
within
the
30
area,
feet, yep.
and that's totally fine. You slip towards that door. Go ahead and make a stealth check. +10.
Plus 10 plus my
Plus your
regular
usual
11, right?
mod. Yeah.
So your minimum roll is 22.
So I rolled an 11, so 32.
So 32. Incredible. You exit the narrative. Everyone forgets about it. No. So
Bye.
you slip through very confident that no one is noticing you or following you or anything like that. And you crack the door open and you slip in, you shut it behind you. It's pretty dark in this room.
Luckily, I have dark vision.
And you look around, and there are a handful of like barrels and crates and chests and all these different things in here. It's a pretty wide room, probably like 30 by like 50 maybe. It makes up basically the remainder of the boat. There are, however, sections of it that are not like there are specifically kept clear that you can see there are a handful of cannons ready to be like pushed out of little halls to be used if need be.
Yeah.
Those little spots are all shut though. They're not like just out in the open, or like not out in the open, but the holes for the cannons to go through are shut by a mechanism. So, but you have the opportunity to look through as many of these things as you can in whatever time that you're doing it.
Yeah. I'm going to be listening to hear if I hear sounds of breathing, is someone moving.
Give an investigation check.
Cool.
Man, that bitch done messed up.
That's a 17.
17. You begin to start your investigation and take your time doing so. You move from crate to crate, barrel to barrel, box to box, and there are lots of different pickled vegetables, dried and heavily salted and smoked meats and different things like that. A lot of this is food storage.
Yeah.
You look about and you spend about 20 minutes or so down here, like really like combing through things. And you get to a point where you are pretty certain, at the very least, and even in like the boxes that you can't open or anything like that, you knock on certain things and whisper in here and there. You don't find much of anything beyond like the supplies or any other small mundane things.
All right. With that, I'll head back out, and you know what? I'm gonna go join the games.
Sure.
I'm gonna show this bitch he can't get me down.
Hell yeah, motherfucker. You head up to the top of the deck. Everyone seems to be in the process and in the process of playing games and whatnot and all these things. Kiss and Indigo. Go ahead and give me a performance check. Kiss with advantage, Indigo without, and just tell me what you get.
Since I'm not doing anything else, I'll wander over here too.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
I got an 8.
An 8. Indigo, you do a couple rolls and everything like that, and you win, and you're like, oh shit, I'm fucking doing good. And then you're like, all right, I'm winning. I'm putting in like my winnings, and you do that, and you roll snake eyes, and you're like, ah, shit.
I think Indigo's actually just kind of like, no matter what's happening, it's like, I'm having a fabulous time.
I love it. I
don't
love
know
it.
what's going
I
on.
love it.
That's awesome.
I've already forgotten the rules.
And in between all these things, Kiss, when she grabs the dice, she shakes them, tosses them, and just hits every time. She cannot lose. And you walk away with like 8 gold. And at some point, Sammy just sort of slumps, and he's like, I can't believe there's the amount of beginners luck that you have there. That's insane.
Thanks.
And Zeph just sort of goes, I lost all my money. And Sammy goes, don't worry. We'll get paid when we dock. Just a couple more days, you're out at sea, get fucking food and drink and all that shit. You'll be alright, Zephy. And he slaps him on the back and Zeph, ooh.
Zeph dies.
Zeph dies. And he goes, well, we're saving them for something, but okay, that's fine. And he goes, can't bet. You shouldn't bet with more than you can risk to lose. And Zeph looks at me, he's like, are you drunk? And he goes, yeah, a little, actually, to be honest with you. Kaz.
What's that?
You see your companions playing the dice on the floor and everything like that. Kiss cheering whenever she wins. Indigo swashing his wine around that never seems to run out and cheering as well. Kill just sort of like watching and like, intent on learning as much as he can. And across the way, sitting at a table with 3 other gentlemen is Stant playing a game of cards.
just as a character note, he's actually not wearing his jacket right now. It's just the like white, whatever.
Cass, yeah.
Pirate shirt.
I almost said blouse, but that sounds undignified.
It is kind of a blouse.
It is.
but I like it.
It's absolutely a pirate blouse.
Very nice.
Why did you have my die?
I was using it for Charlatan's die.
Oh. I did not notice you fucking take it.
Oh, that's what I would trace.
Is there any other card table besides the one Stan said?
No, actually. For cards, no. They mostly roll dice in the ship.
I found you, by the way.
I know. Nice to see you.
All right,
really
I'll go
bad
over to
at
the
hide and
table.
seek.
I want to play cards.
Okay.
Next time
I
you
want
can hide
something
and
with
I'll
a little more skill than
That'd be
just
a fun
dice.
game.
Sure. You walk over to the table. The table it's just a square table with 4 chairs.
Right.
They are filled, and they're in the process of playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
As you approach, you just sort of stand and watch over the game, and Stan doesn't even look at you. He's just playing the game. You do notice with your passive perception, Jack, one of the younger naval men, just sort of like glance up at you every once in a while and just like look over at Stant and just look at you, look back at him. And then he plays a card and you can kind of see his hand and you're like, why the fuck would you play that card?
Yeah.
And then he looks down and he goes, and like he fucked up. And you do see Sant just puts down a card, takes the pot, puts his hand down, takes the few gold coins, stashes them in his pocket, stands up, looks over at you, and he says, "Chair's all yours." And he turns and he heads towards the sort of railing of the boat to go grab a rope and start to like work on whatever things
I
he
shoot him
needs
with
to
my
do.
bow. No.
Stab him in the taint.
I just cut that tiny little weenie off. No. I'm just gonna sit down and play some cards. I just need to fucking not
No worries.
focus on what happened today.
For sure. You all begin to sort of just kick back on this evening and whatnot. And some time passes. You win some money. You learn some new things. And at some point, maybe not, but an hour later, at this point, a handful of the naval men are making their way down. The games have sort of subsided at this point. People are going back to bed and whatnot, and everyone else is taking their night shift. You hear from above you Jameson call out, and he says, someone might want to get the captain. I think I see something. And you see him hold out his spyglass and look out into the distance, and he points and he goes, over there. You all sort of turn and look. Everyone go ahead and give me a perception check.
Oh, God.
At 20.
15.
21.
5.
Indigo, you turn, and there's something like moving quickly across the top of the water towards the ship. Kiss, you kind of see it too, but you can't make out much of what it is. Indigo, a couple moments pass, and you can see it seems to be like what you assume to be like a small, like, fishing boat, like rocketing across the water, like bits of seawater spraying across the top of the ocean, just careening towards this ship. And as it gets closer, you can kind of see that there are 4 or 5-ish folk on this weird like fishing boat or something like that. Chat, if you want to go ahead and do your thing, that's fine. You guys can go for that.
What do you mean? Did you plan something with the
I
chat?
didn't plan that. I didn't plan this.
NPCs.
But Chad has decided they wanted to renew an NPC, I think 4 or 5 times over, all 5 times over, all at once.
What?
And they told me about this like 3 sessions ago, and I was like, I love this idea so much that I was like, I love this idea so much that I don't want you to do it in the middle of like a Desmua fight or something like that. So this is an opportune time. So chat, go ahead and oh my God, it's happening! Jesus Christ!
Who are these NPCs?
So, Michaela, if you want to explain them.
Oh, let me get my notes out.
Okay, yeah, do it, and then I'm gonna swing my mic over to you, and you
I
can
was
say
gonna
it
say
in
you
the mic.
should.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm scared.
Ladies and gentlemen,
So
Oh, I'm so
Introducing.
excited. My cheeks are literally.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
Hello,
so,
Diddy.
We're gonna go down the order, and so courtesy of Auntie P, we have Hessander. She is a dark elf wielding a deck of cards that she uses as a weapon. She has a jet black beret. Picture the beret girl from the Goofy movie.
Nice.
And instead of
Hot.
telling jokes, she does spoken word poetry. And she gets very upset if her companions don't snap when she's finished.
That is lovely.
Next up, we have Ingekko, courtesy of Extra. I don't know all of the details of him, but he is a lizard folk version of Indigo.
Oh my god.
And he's got a lot to him, courtesy of Extra, who
Word.
is...
What does he sound like? He just sounds like Indigo.
Oh, fuck.
I'm pretty sure everyone just
Chat,
sort of
give him an
sounds
accent.
like. I'm pretty sure everyone just sounds like.
Like they're
Your
people.
Like
counterparts,
themselves, yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
god.
And then there's Kill. Evil Kill. It's
kill with
spelled
a K.
K-I-L-L.
Yeah.
I love that.
Alive.
The notes that I have are says cunt and knows what it means. He wears a crop top with no pants.
Nice. Donald Duck in it, baby.
Yep. That's courtesy of Jenna's father.
Love that.
I fucking love it.
I love
Finally.
says cunt.
Is
and know what
it
means.
kill
That's
the
really
turtle with a K? Is it
Yeah,
also
it's
a
still
turtle?
turtle.
Everyone is the same.
Yeah.
Well, no, she's a
Except
dark
for-
elf.
There are
Dark
two that
elf.
are different.
There are two that are different. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and then next we have Chaz. Chaz. He's just Garrett. He looks and sounds
Just
like Garrett
a
Hadwin.
human about 5'8",
he's a human.
Oh, I
5'9".
can't wait to see South
His race
play
is
all
human,
of
his class is
these.
Garrett.
His class is a guy, just a man.
Chat once again if you want to add any details to Garrett. Go right ahead.
Well, we know everything about
No,
Garrett.
he's
Yeah.
right here.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, what do you need to know?
that's
Ask me a
Tony
question.
Romo's
What's my
biggest
accent?
fan.
Midwestern?
Midwestern, I guess.
Michigander, specifically.
Yeah, yeah.
Standardized.
A little nasally, I guess. Same,
Yeah.
same as me.
Oh,
And
hurtful.
lastly,
No, I know, I'm just kidding.
lastly, to round up the group, we have Malvatore. He's Evil Sal.
That's just
So,
me.
He's just
Wait,
bad,
is
he's a
this a
bad
combo?
bitch.
Yeah.
So,
Just a bad bitch.
I did say that he was the Scooby-Doo of the group, though.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
The mascot.
Yeah, I'm the mascot of the group, certainly.
Oh my god.
Thank you, Michaela. Thank you, chat.
Thank you,
Is
Chad.
Malvador a knoll?
Malvator is. Did they say what race I could be?
Pick your
I'm
flavor.
picking my race, and I choose. Yeah, I'm a knoll. Fuck it. Yeah,
Yeah, why not?
I'm a little dog boy.
We do.
Amazing.
Yeah, I'm fucking scrappy dude. Goddamn it.
Happy too.
These 5 individuals
Oh my
on this small fishing boat, you can see this lizard folk person with this sort of like open robe situation, very similar to yours. He seems to be holding on to not a wine glass, but this
A
sort
shot
of
glass.
Just a
no.
malt liquor bottle.
No, it's a rolled up sort of
yeah.
like long cigarette situation, and you can see that
Breakfast at Tiffany's.
he's just holding his hand out, and a burst of wind is just blowing out of his hand, careening this fishing boat forward. And every once in a while, he just sort of. Oh hell no! And just rockets the 5 of these or the 4 other participants forward, and the rest of the men are like, oh, what the fuck is going on? Just like all like seeing like what's happening, and they pull up to the side of the coast runner, and water just splashes against the side of the boat, and you see you see one of the human-looking of the 5. Just sort of like he holds out his hand and he pats the lizard folk on the shoulder and he says, "Why don't you go ahead and get us up there?" And he looks up at you all and goes, "Hey, it's time to chaz it up." And the lizard folk stops.
How does a Chaz treat you?
The lizard folk stops, and then he lifts his hands up, and the 5 of them all levitate up to the rim of the boat, and you can see the sort of short, like slobbering like Noel, just sort of like, no, you know I don't like this. Yeah.
It's very generous of you to make yourself a knoll.
You're welcome.
Yeah, good man.
And the lizard folk says, I know what you like, and just sort of deposits everybody on top, and they all just sort of strike like a fierce little pose, each one of them.
Real Ginyu Force situation.
Oh, yeah, very Ginyu Force.
you.
It's so Ginyu Force, yes. And the sort of shorter looking woman.
Sorry, she's a half elf.
Oh, excuse me.
She's a dark, dark elf.
The lithe, dark elf looking woman, just sort of fans out her cards, and then flicks a few in the air that spin around and then land back into the deck, and she claps them up, and then she says, "Welcome to our little show. My name is Hysander. You know where I go. I am one with the wind. You cannot see me. Here and now, I am your friend." That's a slant rhyme. Tee hee hee. And she just sort of, and then the rest of her company just, oh yeah, oh of course. And finally, this turtle that just sort of is standing there with a small staff, just puts the staff on the ground and just sort of picks it back up, looks over at you all, looks at you, Kill.
Hey.
What's up, cunt?
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, right. It's good to see another one of these cunts like me.
Yeah, you look.
I've been traveling with these fuckers all along. Body drinks.
You know, you're a real cunt yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bastard cunt.
I appreciate you.
Yeah. Right. What are you folk looking at?
I'm sorry.
What the fuck?
Excuse me, your name is Hysander?
That is right. That is what you can call me.
Tee-hee-hee.
I wasn't done with my rhyme, you little sleeve.
I'm sorry.
You heard me. Ha ha ha. He he he. And she fucking holds her middle finger up.
Kaz is. That's pretty good.
Chaz also goes, you really jazzed it up.
I look over at Ingekko and just go, hello.
And Ingekko, no.
What do you know about?
And then blows out some smoke.
Ingekko is asexual.
Hey, Ingekko is not down to fuck. He is the opposite. He is a stoner that is not horny.
Respect.
And he goes, thank you.
Should I start saying Kaz it up? I like that a lot.
No.
Actually. All right.
This seems.
Now you watch yourself.
I'm not doing it. I just thought about it.
You're a good guy.
Who wants to arm
I
wrestle?
like you. You're handsome.
Did I do this? This seems very improbable. This is one of mine.
Blue stuff.
This is the one when they didn't do anything.
This is the one that didn't do anything earlier.
This is the one.
The little Noel boy just sort of, we came here to rob ya. And he just holds out his little claws, and Chaz just sort of pats him on the head, and he goes, don't mind him. He's a little dog. And the Noel just looks at him and he goes, my people are called Noels. He goes, you're such a cute puppy. And he just switches him on to the
They
head.
sure are.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Everybody, let's see your hands. I want all the gold that you have.
You got to be fucking joking me.
For real.
You're kidding.
He goes, no, we're just kidding. Anyways, we need some help. We've been running for like a while. We have no idea where we're going, and we're really hungry.
What are you running from?
Oh,
Should we worry?
no. Oh, I think we're good. I think that is just kidding. And he holds out a crossbow bow and he goes, give me your money. And he's just like, and the little
Can I
dog goes,
officially attempt to grapple Garrett?
You can fucking try.
are you gonna charge up to him?
Yeah.
You begin to rush up.
I got a smile on my face, by the way.
Is this a joke or not? I'm
And
very
the other turtle hops down, and you lock up
Like two
and-
golems.
Yeah, it's amazing. You're like,
Golem cast
and you hold each other, and you feel the rippling muscles, and you're like, oh, this is a formidable opponent. And he goes, you're a tough cut.
Hope this doesn't awaken
Two men
anything.
cannot take out a wolf fully torqued.
Yeah, right. And he takes a look down, and he goes, you got the shell over your tank too. I
Yeah,
said,
my taint's impenetrable.
yeah, no, there is mine, cunt. You're gonna have to reach down deep inside and find your dirty little cunt and rip it right open, huh?
What the fuck is this? Is this sexy?
I don't know what I'm doing, dude.
Are you robbing us?
Chad did this, not me!
I just felt like I couldn't stop. I look for my opening, and I check to see if his taint is indeed impenetrable.
Make a sleight of hand check.
That's his opening.
That's his opening.
Take your second.
14.
14. You
Oh, that was it.
slip, and you feel only one ball. And he looks down at you and he goes,
Wait till you find the other one.
he goes,
You'll never guess
The
what
other
I
one never descended.
he literally looks and he goes, never got the other one, you daft cunt.
Well,
Get the first one.
I give it a little knock.
And he goes, ugh. No, he's not coming out to play.
No. Well, you know what? It's okay.
Yeah. You're a strong guy.
Hey, you too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I respect that you can even muster the energy to live your life with only one ball.
Oh,
you know?
thank you, cunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like your complete lack of pride. I really appreciate it.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
And he just sort of like, and he looks back at the group, and Chaz is just sort of holding a crossbow, like up and out, and then he just sort of counts everything, and he goes, I'm starting to realize that this is not the ship that we thought it was.
Oh.
We're gonna get out of here.
What? No, wait a
We're
second.
gonna Chaz it out.
Stop. You're
know what I
running
mean?
from something. What are you running from?
No, that was mostly just like a thing to like catch you,
That was a ruse.
catch you off guard. You know what I mean?
No, I really feel like we really shouldn't let you go. Like, we've got Navy on
Yeah,
the
that's
ship,
why I'm like,
the government.
ooh. And Hysander just goes, methinks this was the wrong choice. However, I don't want to stay out and figure out what is the right choice. And the rest of them just go,
That's
you make it.
terrible.
Chaz looks and goes, you make it so hard. And she goes, I know.
Oh no!
Sweetie, I'm sorry.
Shut up, ho. And then yes, I fucking wrecked you, dude. Yes, get fucking baited, dude. Get absolutely baited.
L plus you're British.
Dude, dog, oh my lord. You got fucking wrecked. Oh my god.
Oh, you fell for one of the classic blunders.
Oh, what a blunder, dude. What a blunder. Holy shit.
You were a passenger on her ruse cruise.
Oh my god.
Roost cruise.
And so they just sort of slowly like climb down the side.
It was awkward.
Yeah. And the navies are they're all like,
Should we not fucking...
no, I think we should just let him go. I feel like that was just a lot, you know what I
That
mean?
seems like a weird decision.
Yeah, I thought that was ridiculous.
Wait.
Maybe you'll run into him again. Who knows?
Chaz!
And he just sort of he stops, he goes, yeah,
I love you.
that's a lot. And then he just sort of climbs down. And then they hop into their boat. And Ingekko just sort of takes a huge drag and roaches the last little bit of his herbs, flicks it off the side of the boat, and he goes, "Toodaloo, motherfuckers!" And then he turns his hand and blasts a gust of air out, and they just.
Your mom's a hoe.
It's too late, Kiss.
know.
It's nice that you tried.
As they're leaving, I'd like to create a minor illusion of 3 nuts.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you got 3 of them.
What, in the
to kinda-
space where he
Yeah,
was?
jiggle around.
Just to kind
Oh,
of
No, and where his crotch is. Yeah.
I see now. Yeah.
Chat, don't worry. they will be back.
They will return.
They will return.
Oh my god.
The Chaz clan. We'll workshop it.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We'll workshop it.
The Chazites. The Chazanites.
Why don't you let chat pick? Let chat pick.
No, they're called the Ungovernables.
I love that.
You want to explain that, or you just
No,
want to
I'm gonna let that be just for us.
I wish they were
That's
favorite
just
race.
for us.
Oh no, that wouldn't be right.
That's funny.
Because that's what
I was really hoping for an I know, but that's also
That's
pretty
a lot.
good. Yeah, that's.
I was like, that's a lot. All right.
it's a more Garrett response. To me.
Thank
Like,
you.
That's a lot.
Very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
Well done.
Now you stand at the amongst this deck. You look around, kind of just trying to ascertain what the fuck just happened.
What just happened?
And
Fucking say that.
you look around and just sort of everybody is like calming down, being like, all right, that was a little weird. And they sort of continue to go about their business, getting back onto the ship, going back to sleep. And the four of you do see Eric Stant just sort of lean up against the mast and just chuckle, shake his head, and he actually begins to tie off a little bit of rope, and he heads over to the wheel, and he takes it from Jack, who is manning the wheel at this point, and he begins to slightly turn the ship, ever so slightly, towards a certain direction, and then rights it, and then continues to man the ship. And we will end the session there tonight. That was a lot of fun, you guys.
That was awesome.
First half was pretty fucking buck wild. Second half, absolutely buck wild.
I think my headcanon for the Ungovernables is that when they show up, it becomes like cartoon logic.
Yeah.
Like everyone around is just affected by this weird sort of thing.
Yeah.
I think that's the only way I can justify. Chaz, I love you. Chaz, I love you.
It's kind of like WandaVision. Like
Yeah,
when it's
exactly.
happening,
Yeah,
it's like its own.
100%.
I think they have a zone that makes things weird.
Yes.
Insane.
One
Well,
of them
y'all,
is the
The Bermuda
Nexus.
Triangle.
Yes. Thank you guys for joining us so much. I had a fucking blast. I hope it was a lot of fun for you guys. Thank you very much for creating those NPCs. I wanted to. I realized sort of short way through. I was planning on introducing them when you landed, but I kind of realized that we're spending a little bit more time here, especially after the duel and everything. I was like, okay, I want to just introduce them. I don't want to say I'm not going to do that, but we got them into the game. So thanks,
They
guys.
exist in Petrichor
They
now.
exist, and they will be back. Don't you worry. We're gonna pop them in here and there, and it'll be a lot of fun. So thank you guys very much for tuning in. Hopefully you'll be with us next week. We're gonna be here same time, same place, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time next Wednesday. We are still sponsored by HelloFresh, of course. So if you wanted to get some new meals or anything like that at about half off price, you can use our link, which you can see in the chat right now.
Wow.
Which is great.
Nice.
Or go to HelloFresh.com and use our code POGSE158 for up to 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts across 6 HelloFresh boxes plus free shipping. So like I said, that amounts to about half off. Definitely do it if you're interested in it. It's a great deal. You can try it out, and if it's not something that you want to continue to renew or whatever, that's totally fine. They offer a penalty-free cancel of subscription whenever you want. So I highly suggest checking it out, and hopefully we will see you guys very soon. So be on the lookout for a couple of new fun things coming pretty soon, thanks to your generous donations and subscriptions and whatnot. Maybe some new art will be coming out pretty soon. We're going to try our best and see what we can do. So we will be seeing you next week.
I want everyone to snap.
Snap as we go. Snap as we go. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
See you, chat. We'll see you guys. Bye. Hilarious.